Hi, I'm Benita Washington, and you're listening to Pastor Denzel on Glory 93.9.
This is Jay Todd, and you're listening to Pastor Denzel on Glory 93.9 FM.
Hey, what's up out there? I am Todd Delaney, and right now you're listening to Glory 93.9 FM.
What's up, everybody? This is Dion Kippen, and you are listening to Glory 93.9 FM.
Hey, it's your girl, Regina Bell, and you're listening to Glory 93.9 FM. Keep it locked right here.
Chop it up, not bearing fruit, yes we are gonna chop it up. Chop it up. Not bearing no fruit, then you know we have to chop it down. Chop it up. Not bearing fruit, yes we are gonna chop it down. Chop it down. Turn on the song, make you know we have to chop it down. I grip up the large and fruit, and a banana orange breadfruit, tangerine just up in a packet and fruit. I try no fruit like sister grapefruit. Tree big and tall and it's full of green leaf, but it's not bearing fruit for the youth them to teach. Nice and shady, it doesn't provide for sleep, but the people are hungry. I want food to eat. Well, listen me. From your little teeny weeny and a grow, and we are water you root out a door. Well, not even got some in that show. Well, this massacre don't want you.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. Hope you're doing well. I hope everything's going well with you. It is. Oh wow! I didn't end my watch. My watch was still measuring calories. Welcome to Barbershop Talk on Glory 93.9. So glad you're tuning in with us. It is 5:31 here on Wednesday, the 12th of May. So glad to have you tuned in. That's our new song for now. We try to find until we get being like. There's a show here called Girl Talk. They're able to produce their own songs, and they have their own intro songs tailor-made for them. We got a theme songs. This artist was in town this weekend. Nigel Lewis was in town and at our church. I said, Nigel, I need to use your song for my show. He said, go ahead, Rev. Go ahead, you straight. So,
hey, who produced the song for Girl Talk?
You have to talk to our producer. I believe it's up.
I said, Thor.
Yeah, and they ain't give us no song. We ain't got no song.
What's new? Well, we need a song. We need a song.
Yeah, Girl Talk that song.
Kenyatta, for Sean Taylor.
He should do one song, you know.
If we could find 10 minutes in your day, do a little chorus for us, man. A little something.
Yeah, that's no, of course,
no. That's why we call this name.
Yeah, we definitely a band. That off the table. That was never on the table. But yeah, we need a song. We don't have a song, so Nigel said we can use that for now. He said everything cool, so we can use Nigel's song until Kenyatta writes us a song, or our producer may do us a song.
Yeah, first come, first serve.
Yeah. I have you could do the chorus, he could do the hook. I can make it a collab.
That'll be the hardest thing out.
We'll make that so what.
But what would be the concept though? Barbershop Talk. What would be the concept? What our concept is?
Politics, religion, everything. They gotta find something in the world. Everything. Fix it. It's a long list. Write it down. Need a slogan.
I long for the day we talk about sports.
But see, somebody asked me that today, right? Say if we talk sports. I say not so much because I think most of our demographic.
Not so much. We talk sports.
In the early days.
Yeah, we used to do
a lot of sports.
Yeah.
The Kevin Durant thing when he was injured.
Yeah, we talk about sports, man.
I was missing that show.
No, you right there. That's in the old studio.
I think our listeners just want to listen to some others. Like what we talk about.
There was no buy-in.
Yeah.
Honestly, there was no from our listener base. Y'all shared a video yet? There wasn't a buy-in. There was more. The buzz was always about
everything else.
Yeah, politics, these things,
religions,
them kind of things.
The state of the country.
I need to catch LeBron before he leave. He makes me sick.
Now,
whenever y'all choose to come around to that,
what LeBron do you, man?
everything.
Basta, we get these cookies from.
You give us one thing what he would have done.
Tito, I don't normally agree, but I agree.
He's the biggest crybaby I know. He cries with everything. He didn't want to play the 7 and 8 matchup, 1 round buy-in. He cries with everything. But nevertheless, let's move on. We ain't ready for that yet.
Basta, we get it.
So he don't want to play the 7 and 8 round matchup.
I forget you's a Laker.
Right. Because I was scared because you want me at you back.
Go ahead, losers.
Okay, you go. No problem.
Oh, he's playing for
Miami.
You back?
I never leave.
Now.
Anyway,
I might have 3 teams, but I never leave.
Just glory.
Anyhow, go ahead.
Last season, for the listeners out there, last season, what happened was because of COVID, the season was abruptly canceled.
Right.
And
because
the season was abruptly canceled, certain teams had played more games, certain teams had played less games. In order to start the playoffs, in order to restart the season and start the playoffs.
Long story short, it ain't the same as last year.
Right, because these teams this year would have played an equal amount of games.
So there's no need for playing. That's fine.
So who problem it is?
So don't forget who we dealing with now. We dealing with money aspects. So they done make. This was a good idea last year. So they was able to play some extra games. I mean, you watch it on TV, so you ain't really making no money. But now, right. So now. I get, and then it gives you more opportunity for more teams to be involved. Okay, like now, and you know what I think they did that for? I think they did that for the East more or less. Because you had a few teams.
I have no problem with that.
Right.
The problem is, if you are one of the teams in the top 7.
Y'all don't start. Let's go. Let's move on.
You're one of the teams in the top 8, right?
Oh, Jesus.
And you played the same amount of teams.
You cause this. You guys open this up.
The same amount of games.
I say before you retire. I ain't say now.
No, the last 2 games, you made a specific reference. Like dealing with only that reference.
You notice who feel the passion, right? The losers down on the bottom there, the Lakers.
I ain't a loser.
I wish everything that could possibly go wrong that they don't make the playoff. But nevertheless.
All right, let's talk about these. Let's talk about these cookies.
And boy. Me and one bright fella, we waiting on y'all, boys.
My pastor man, I get eye.
We waiting on y'all.
Let me just the cookies so we finish talk. We don't advertise products that don't support us. But these will be advertised. These cookies were made. What's the name of Mama Company?
Jesus, Tito.
Come on.
Mama Company.
Even if we should have said something,
yeah, we need a brand.
Mama's.
She didn't tell me her name is Talicia, so that, I know you came with that.
Well, I ain't gonna lie, Mama's very catchy. She should stick with that.
I thought so too, but she's saying
Mama cookies so good.
Talicia's a shoe like that.
Well,
she does not like to be called
has
Mama.
The creative ability to draw her own logo and come up with a name. I'll get back to you.
But I believe she have a name. That's what I'm saying. I really thought she had a name already.
Tito probably forget. Message her.
Probably don't know. Come on, man. Tito.
All I want you.
I know, but Tasty Treats.
Who's Tasty Treats?
My wife company.
Wow, that's powerful.
What the twist is being done under Talicia.
Talicia. Y'all got it.
So I thought Talicia had a brand. I really thought she had a brand. I mean, she made a lot of, but I thought she did.
Well, the co-vice president Jeremiah doesn't even know.
Yeah, he don't know what's going on.
He ain't know what's going on inside.
They're not tree board meeting. He knows what's going on.
I know one thing.
Make sure
Anyway, so this is a young lady. How old is Mama? Mama's what, 14?
14 and 15.
14 years old. She's a very industrious young lady, very gifted young lady. I'm proud to say she's a member of my church. And I didn't know she had this product out. This is a new product I knew. I know she was doing twists over COVID, and those twists was amazing. And now we have cookies. What kind of cookies is this? Chocolate chip? Chocolate chip. So I'm encouraged. Where can people purchase these?
I surprise you. Listen, they're the hardest thing in church right now.
Yeah, no, but you don't want to make that.
You want to know you used to purchase a hot body?
But the people want to know where to get them.
Central
dog. So why you open it like that? We may not eat all.
Man,
then they can get cold.
Y'all eat all.
Well, if you don't eat all,
I tried it one more time. Where can they purchase the cookies? Lord God, this boy ain't catching on.
At Tito's Executive.
Jesus, Lord of mercy.
You got to hold his arm, Pastor. You got to hold his arm.
Hold my hand and walk me down the road.
I try to one more time. Where can people purchase these? Are you really doing this to support Ma'am Telesia?
At Tito's Executive Lounge.
Located
East Street and Shirley Street. More on Shirley Street side.
What?
Not East Street. Camp Road and Shirley Street.
That's far.
More on the Shirley Street side. And the Fine Image Building.
Okay. All right. So let me do this for y'all. Those of you who want to purchase these cookies, please. The Fine Image Building, it's a green building on the corner of Camp Road and Shirley Street, Fowler Street, Shirley Street. In there is Tito's Executive Lounge, and in there you will find tasty treats and Talisia's. We ain't sure what the company name yet. We can go with Talisia's. Let's support these amazing products. And there are a whole lot of other services going on there. What did Mama say? Huh?
I know one thing. I don't like chocolate chip cookies, but these days good.
They good? Mm-hmm. Give me a piece of napkin there. Let me get some cookies. Yeah, he opened and leave it right there.
I was making sure Pastor get first.
Thank you, sir.
Pastor then
No, you didn't. You made sure I get first because you was eating, so I couldn't get first.
I made first after me.
That was a real.
That's fine.
Yeah, yes it was.
Pastor said
yes, it was.
Pastor said he used that word on the radio tomorrow. Still, it might be now.
But I didn't use it because we were saying that we have international listeners.
This good though.
They save you just now. That's what it
Fine, but even in German, why did you use the color?
No, that's the name. That's the one. That's the one.
Y'all share the video because I didn't see our people out yet. I didn't see our regulars who are tuning in. I don't see nobody telling me good afternoon. Nobody saying good morning. Where y'all at?
Y'all start talking about sports. Not run everybody.
Not run the people. Not people going.
I don't want to talk about sports. That's correct.
Anyway, there was a as we get started here, I am be honest, I was not up to date in the last 7 days in current events. I was kind of loaded with a lot of things going on. So I am not up to date. I must begin like this, though. I wanted to have a barbershop talk to send out condolences out to the Nichols family. I've done it personally, and I'm doing it on behalf of us at Barbershop Talk. Donna Nichols was a personal friend of mine, was very instrumental in my life, in the phase of my life. And so I appreciate the contribution that she made to me personally. And we become very close with her husband, Taran, with Noel and Randy, and the entire Nichols family. So we send condolences to them, Taran, Noel, and Randy, as well as to the Crisis Center. And she touched so many lives all over the country. And so our prayers and our thoughts are with the Nichols family. I think this nation owes a debt of gratitude for the work that she has done. Again, knowing firsthand of the levels of intervention that she did, having worked for her husband for 7 years. Well, actually, more than that, probably 12 years.
On Robinson Road, that's where it was. Yeah. Remember that.
So having worked there, I saw her passion for it. People saw. I would watch people comment on different stuff on the news, whatever. Why this Jamaican lady don't stop, and whatever the case is. That was her life. That wasn't a game for her. She lived it. It was a breath. It was, being so close to them, watching her bring people in and counseling them at the office, taking up office space, taking my office sometimes to do what she had to do. She was so passionate about it. And so we celebrate her work in the country. She's been a tremendous, actually, she wanted to get a part of this Barbershop Talk thing. We talked about this before we had the station. She and I talked about this idea because she wanted men to become more involved with the whole sexual violence conversation. She wanted men to be more involved. So we talked about this Barbershop Talk concept from before we even had Glory, before the show started. And we never got to bring her on, so that's one of the dangers of procrastination, because it's something that she really was passionate about, doing a barbershop kind of concept. So we salute her legacy and work that she's, and our love goes on. Any of y'all knew of the family or knew?
Yep.
Oh, okay, so you knew Randy.
Right, Noel, her mommy. Yeah. I know Miss Nichols.
Yeah.
She was jobless in the movies because of, she never leave nobody stranded. Remember one night she had 11 teenagers and a little Toyota Corolla. She refused to leave anybody to the movie.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Any major teen event or whatever, she was always around.
Yeah, man. The little office right there in Centerville next to the park. She used to be there for a while. Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then people also don't know that they were sweetums.
Right. They was sweet. Them.
Some of the best twists. I think the best twist.
And birthday cake.
Remember I was trying to make a connection?
On Marquis Street.
I was trying to make a connection for Mama.
Yeah.
To me, that was still, Mama, you know I love you, but to me, Mama on the way. That was the best twist in this country. It was amazing.
Wow.
Their pastry shop was just second to none. So yeah, they've done some great things. Of course, Tehran, engineer extraordinaire in the country.
Remember the colorful office and you want to move up there?
Yeah, man.
That's like little square, little 4x4 room. Yeah, my mama. Hey, boss, you come a long way doing it.
I said you don't follow by it every day. Yeah. I had room for 2 people, a drawing table, my desk, a bookshelf, a window, a picture, and a plant. So I went with it. I was rocking and rolling. So I don't know what it's about talking about. I was rocking and rolling.
Being facetious.
So yeah. So anyway, so we pray for the family. Or somebody saying here the best twist ever. Absolutely, the best twist ever. They're from Sweetums, boy. It was amazing. Hey, Hez, good to see you, Hezekiah. Good to see you, buddy. Donisi, you was late, but good to see you. Here comes Damien Long. Damien,
you don't be far, boy.
Gents of the square table. The table ain't actually square.
It's like an ovalish.
Yeah, it's kind of ovalish kind of table.
Ovalish.
But we yeah.
But thanks for the acknowledgement anyway.
We do appreciate that you do see the table. Then who else we have here? Michelle says the best. Okay, best twist ever. Vito Smith, glad to see you there. Donisa, please go. Those of you who now go ahead and share the video, share the stream. Those who are listening by way of Glory 93.9, don't put your phone in your hand because you can get booked. Put your phone down, listen to the radio. When you get home, then change over. Don't get no problems. If you want to call in,
I got some calls last week with the show, you know.
Oh, we can get to that in a second. I won't have them calls. I won't have you go out. To call in is 828-3543. To text in is 828-2543.
They say y'all do Cody, but
You do?
Y'all shouldn't do Cody like that.
It was cool. It was cool, Rich. No.
They say y'all do good.
How we doing bad?
They say y'all. They
The one thing about this show,
they say
not cool.
It's cool with him,
I
man.
don't change that.
They say y'all do a full Cody fellas, man.
No, we know Cody's a good young man. We know Ruffles.
Y'all call that ruffle? Come on,
We got Cody the truth.
Oh, you heard that too?
Yeah. When I got to work, they say you can ease up. You can head it. You can head. So the wife get on me first because the wife say y'all shouldn't do Cody like that.
Oh, we do the Cody.
Say, and she say she know it's coming when you are ask master. Say, how long you been out of school? And when he say what he say, she say, oh, boss, I can get.
I don't think we was. I mean,
What we say on the related Cody?
Ain't what we say. They say it's how we say it. Say we rough up Cody a little bit.
No, we ain't rough up. We just tell Cody the truth.
Special guest to come. Y'all can see what
Delicia, I can eat some oatmeal raisin next week, eh? I'll buy them.
I agree with you know that we waiting on a special guest to come in there. They can get it. That's in someone get
we ended by giving a challenge to Cody.
Right.
You did.
Yeah, we challenged Cody. You know, do a little more investigation.
Yeah.
I can tell you in one gas to say you cleaning up to the end. She said, yeah, then he tried cleaning up to the end. Try invite him to do.
we can bring Cody on the show, you know. Yeah, we can bring Cody on the show.
Put some proposals on there. I mean, you know, they can have proposals, but put the proposals on there to an hour.
We just want Cody to. Now, this is not Cody.
Right.
I ain't saying it's Cody, but one of the things that we got to be balanced when we talk about we want new ideas. We got to challenge the new generation to do their homework.
Yeah, be realistic.
We can't push this. We like talking new idea, big idea, and give young people a chance, but you gotta do your homework.
Yeah.
And we can't create a culture where you just come in and you're a bright idea, but the idea gotta be developed.
And that was the commentary of last night's debate of world debates. And some of the things said on that debate stage was, you know.
But like when you see the power in your man, through them.
That's fine. At least it's something new rather than something old.
No, man.
Well, you know why?
That concept to me is dangerous.
But you know why? But you know why they don't say that?
What is our problem?
Something new is how we get ourselves in problems.
And something old is how we also get ourselves in problems.
Yeah, but not everything new. The new don't make it right. Yeah.
At least listen to the concept, rather than shoot it down. You know what we do? Oh, they're young. They ain't know what they're saying.
Some of them don't.
I agree, but I mean, sometimes listen.
Did you watch the debate? Did you watch the debate?
No, but I'm speaking based on what the young people say.
What do young people say?
The young people say the old people don't give them a chance.
Nor should they, to be honest with you. It's
My
something-
thing is, you should just listen to what they say and what you don't need. You throw away and what you could use.
Okay, let's expand that. What does that mean? They don't get a chance.
I guess they just want to be heard, rather than
What does that mean? Every time on Facebook, I hear them talking.
like
What
Would you?
they always talking? What, I mean, where they want to be? They want to come on the show.
I don't know if it's.
I keep on hearing those statements. We want to get a chance. We ain't being heard. Old people ain't getting us a chance. What does that look
but
like?
you have to be able to quantify what exactly it is that you want. You know, you just can't say, okay, like you say with Cody, like how Denzel challenge him at the end of the show. You just can't. All right, I gotta say, I'm a 25-year-old MBA with engineering and all these other things, and I think we should change the road. Right? Change the roads is the best way to go. I have to now quantify my argument, and that's the problem. A lot of not a lot, but as some of them can't quantify. Right. They're only using the fact that it's time for a change as their leading point. What you going to do to contribute to that change?
Okay, so
why do we need to change it?
Let me add to this. I remember something that I totally agree with. That I hate to say this, but I totally agree with what that Giuliani said about Barack when Barack was coming in.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Change is a slogan, not a plan."
It isn't.
And I totally agree with him. He said, "I'm hearing ideas, but not. We don't confuse ideas with plans."
And it took him how long to figure that out?
I'll say this though, and this is one of my biggest pet peeve that I always tell a lot of guys when they come in. A great leader creates leaders. If you see there is actually potential in a person, sometimes it can be far-fetched, but sometimes it's worth listening to. I think what the young people are saying is, don't do me like how we used to children. You hear them crying, you hear them making noise, you sit back there and read your paper, and you actually ain't paying attention. But you play like you're paying attention. What we can do is, as older gentlemen, is listen to the conversation and say, listen, this what you're saying, this kind of makes sense, but we probably need to twist it like this. But maybe we can.
But that's what they say.
Maybe
you have to be able to quantify it though.
Why it don't make sense? I think a lot of people ain't thinking of the box.
I'll tell you what.
Not because you thinking of the box means it's the right way to go.
But you wouldn't even see if it could work. You just quickly said.
What do you mean see if it work? How does that look?
That's what they saying. You have to quantify it.
It looks like. Man, listen.
Give me an example.
You have a good idea, but it needs to be twisted a little.
Give me an example.
I gave an example.
So I just
I don't know if it was on air or off air when I told you all that I had this concept of this interstate thing. That's on air.
Right, it's on air. Right.
Yeah, it's on air. You know, we got to move traffic from north to south.
And you saying build the roads up over the
do a some kind of express highway.
Okay.
And then the question is where the ramps can be. Mm-hmm. Where the engines could be, how you can get off and on, how we can make this make sense, and then you realize it sounds like a wonderful concept,
right?
But does it work in this environment?
Okay, maybe it doesn't work in this environment. Maybe we create a whole new environment. Did they even look at that? Did they look at doing a 20-year plan?
No, this is my plan. I said,
no, but I'm saying to you, we say, okay, Denzel trying to do this here. He just came from school. This island here, this was him plan. This just happened. You know what? This concept is a great concept. What we can do is then let's look at Andres with his underdeveloped. And let's see if we could do a 20-year, 30-year plan with this idea that he has. Rather just say, boy, this can't work here. Okay. See what I'm saying
but
is
but you know, it have to make sense. So let's use the interstate for example, like you say. Let's use the interstate. So you can put the interstate in Andres, right? How much traffic in Andres? Is there a need for interstate in Andres? Not because
you are creating
not because
a new city.
Not because hold on.
But
see, and that's what they said.
So don't wait for this.
No.
So let me ask you.
Hold on, before you say that. Not because Andres big enough to have an interstate means you need to put an interstate there. No. For what reason? You missed the point. No, I missed the point. What I'm saying to you is,
if you look at that, whether it have traffic or not, what we're doing is creating a new city. Let me give you a good one. You know what you could have done with Andres? You could have taken COB from where it is and create a whole new college life down there in Andres and try to sell it.
Who paying for it?
We paying for it because we paying no matter where it goes. We are paying no matter where it goes.
Here comes the fake, and this is what I love. Here comes the fake generalization. We paying for it. Who's we?
Us.
Who's us?
The Beamer people
we paying for
of our box.
Of whose box?
Whatever the taxpayers dollars is.
Let me tell the Bahamian people something that no one willing to tell them on the F&M, the PLP in government right now. Some of y'all think y'all paying for things that y'all ain't paying for. That's the first thing.
So where they get the money from?
Where you think they get it from?
They borrowing it?
But
how you pay it back? How you paying it back?
Who tell you they paying it?
Either way it go, but hold on, you born it on your personal use. You born it off the Bahamian people.
That don't make it right.
See, again, this the problem with, you can imagine when the light bulb was first created, when everybody's using fire. That's very far-fetched. You got to get out of the box.
We just skip past. You all notice we just skip past a major point. I said to him, outlined him, Bahamian people are under the impression that they so-called tax dollars that they paying for things that they have no clue they paying for. No clue.
I having problems with Peter's mic. I heard when they cut out and some this, I don't know, at some point when you hit the table or hit something, it just kind of, no, it's not, they're not hearing it on the air either. And persons private message me now, you know, they get passionate when they can't hear Peter.
Oh,
the Bahamian people are under the impression, let me say it again, the Bahamian people are under the impression that their supposed tax dollars are paying for things that they don't pay for. This country lives on credit.
Okay.
You know what y'all be paying for? Y'all paying for your cousins, your uncles, your loved ones to work in the government service.
So
excuse me 1 second, sir. Let me finish. That's what y'all paying for. Okay? Y'all paying for those people not to be home. Out of every government dollar that is collected, what the people need to ask is how much of that government dollar goes towards salaries of government workers.
You think we should be asking a question?
Yes.
Or the government should be explaining that to us?
So the government don't come up with a budget every year?
They do. But do they break it down?
Yes, they do.
Okay.
Line by line.
Okay, so how much of the taxpayers' monies go towards government salary?
70 cents on every dollar collected.
So you think you're on 30 cents?
So
I mean, you do the
eye motion. So we are, as a company, the government running our country. So you saying 70 cents. So when you think we should cut that down, some people need to get fired.
Who's supposed to get fired? So who can fire they out here?
I don't know, but it's quite obvious we can't take 70 cents and pay the government workers.
Oh, it is.
So when you fire the government workers now, so now what you do? You put more people on unemployment.
Okay.
So who can pay them?
I don't know. And the ways of people, that ain't my problem.
Who no problem with this?
All of a sudden now you get soft.
No, I ain't.
Now you concerned.
No.
Because last time I checked, if 70% of your money going towards government salary,
correct,
we running bad business.
And any government in this country,
excuse me,
sir. Any government in this country that start off a public or private policy saying that they laying off government workers, they will be out of the job.
Excuse me.
Go ahead, sir.
The last time I checked, some of them was only get 5 years anyhow. So you might as well do what you got to do.
So who can do it?
I don't know. Someone got to step
Who willing to put their family member?
You know what our problem is here? Our problem is no one want to do what's right. No one want to think out of the box.
You're back on now.
Yeah.
No one. Let me go back to your fundamental point because we're going off. Let's come back here.
Yeah.
The point is when you come with these grandiose ideas.
Oh, I love that word.
There are persons that have done more homework than you believe.
Okay.
A lot of these concepts that and I can say this again because I'm young. I represent a younger generation that the young persons think are so new and so amazing. They ain't that new. That concept about university in Andres, that ain't.
I mean, I know that was an idea.
I know what I'm saying, but as funny as it is that you just threw it out,
but they've been talking about that.
That is being in circulation. A lot of these things that people think are just it's back on now. Or you can change it one time. Just make sure it don't happen no more. Yeah, all these wonderful, grandiose ideas. A lot of these things have been vetted, and oh no, that's the wrong one.
That's the wrong one. That's the wrong one.
Why are you pressing these buttons? I pressed the wrong buttons. Hold on. I didn't press that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
There you go.
Sorry. That's still in it.
There you go.
Don't worry about it.
That's it now.
If you talk
I got it now.
They ain't hear it.
I got it.
If you talk, they ain't hear it.
Yeah. So that a lot of things have been vetted, have gone through, and they realize that, hold on, we can't afford this. We don't have the ability to do this, or this is what it's going to take to do this. We're not ready for this yet, whatever the case is.
What's the biggest, and this would Mr. Battle have to understand, and I can let you
understand?
Yeah, let me understand. That same idea. No, that same idea you say, but moving the school campus to Andres, right? That then implies every person who go to college in this country, college is now their full-time job because they don't have no job.
Okay.
They go into school.
Yeah.
If you think that the people that are in school in COB could afford to not have outside other jobs and they can afford to be full-time students, then you don't understand the economic situation in this country.
Like I said before, it got to be a plan. It can't be something
No,
that
I
just
want
happens.
to answer
Plug it back in. But that's what I trying to tell you, Peter.
See,
I mean, Tito, they have to be able.
You know what I keep hearing? You know what I keep hearing? It's and I think this is what the young people trying to say. All you hearing is it can't happen.
No.
See, no, hold on. Listen to how you're speaking.
No,
Don't try and change your
No.
mind.
I can
all from we started this conversation.
I ain't never say it can't happen. No.
There ain't no solution.
I said they have to be able to quantify what it is that they want.
You know, we have a poor thing of doing this country explaining. Like Pastor said, it ain't no new idea.
But
Tito,
but
they don't tell the people. They don't tell the young people.
I think that's part of the point that Carlo making, that he's stressing, that I'm making too. That brother, young person who got this wonderful idea. Number one, you got to vet your idea. A lot of the young persons are not. No, I don't find it. They're lazy.
No, right.
They ain't doing the homework. And I can say it. Get mad at me if you want to get mad at me. A lot of the young persons are not doing the homework.
And then they basing it on other. See, you can't. All right. So you can't go to school. You can't go to school in Wyoming, right? Learn all these things that work so well in that particular culture, right? And for whatever industry it is, and say, oh, you know what, that's a great idea. And then come back and say, okay, I see them planting roses in the concrete.
Right.
I want to do that right there in Nassau. I come home, I want to plant roses in the concrete.
That was pretty good.
Why you want to plant roses in the concrete? How you can plant roses in the concrete? What is it going to do? How is it going to benefit our economy? How is it going to benefit our country? What is the total breakdown of you wanting to do this? Not only because it works in Wyoming, you have to say, okay, this could work here because XYZ is going to cost us XYZ. The economic reward from it should be XYZ. You have to break it down, and so everybody who you go to, the old people per se, can understand it. You know what? He might have a good idea, but like Denzel saying, they ain't doing that. They just coming and saying, hey, we could grow roses on the concrete right there because they do it in Wyoming. And I ain't giving you no reason. I just know I can get it done.
And there's no thought of what's the cost of concrete in Wyoming,
right?
Compared to the cost of concrete here.
You know why? Because we Americanized.
So
I ain't sure I like this new mic you got operation here.
So again, Pastor,
go Peter.
This is so powerful.
Go on.
This is so powerful.
It on?
Does it have an on button?
Well, this one to start the work,
Yeah, that one started.
Listen to me.
Let's go.
This is so powerful.
That's what I'm working.
You gotta plug it back in then, boss.
Where's it?
See it hanging right there.
Put it back in there. Which one did it replace?
This one.
All right, unlike Carlo. Carlo, you know you text about now. Yeah, come on, man. Why you playing like you don't know what you is? You text about.
This is so powerful.
Hold on.
So powerful about it.
Go ahead. I got you.
The fact that
I got you.
Y'all would go into detail and explain the why not.
No.
Who
said why not?
Tito, you ain't
do
listening.
your homework.
You ain't
Again, y'all
listening.
listen to what I'm saying.
But
It's fine, I have no problem with the why not. What the young people need to hear is the why not. You know they either don't get a response or they just get a simple no. But
who's this
but
day?
Tito, you want to give us a better example, because you sound like you know all kind of things and you scared to say it.
Well, I work in the barbershop and I hear the young people
Yeah,
cry.
so give me.
So,
all right,
but you working in the barbershop and you hearing the cry. You also have to ask some questions too. You just can't say
take everything.
They ain't
Taking everything.
listening to
Yeah.
us. Okay, why you feel like they ain't listening to us?
Give me an example of what they say without exposing anybody. So give us an.
You going again? What you do, man? What you be doing, man? Peter, man.
Ain't that it?
He speak good and then you do something, man. Peter, man.
What was I just saying?
No,
I just done.
You back this loud.
See, that's what I see, and I just done it again.
Try it now.
You would have it?
No.
See?
It's the why up.
It's a bad line.
Yeah.
It's the line, why.
You can see it moving. Carlo don't move it too much. Yeah.
Let's try this. Hold on.
Yeah, and then take that cable and put it in that mic.
Yeah. See if you can do that. Okay.
Let's see what happened there.
Put the button in the back.
I don't get big enough for this.
Right there. See if you start coming to church, they show you.
You getting big.
You can on the tag team.
There you go. Try it now. There you go.
Okay, y'all gonna have me?
Yes, sir.
There you go.
All right, boom.
So, Tito, give us an example of,
Yeah,
of
please.
one of these ideas that they feel getting shut down without exposing the
It
person.
ain't about the idea, Carlos.
So what it is?
Okay, so give us
What-
a
what it is,
scenario
what it is.
where someone say something to you where like, okay, this was you think it was a reasonable idea and they do their homework
Let me
and it gets shut down.
let me do this. Talk from my world. I'm from the church world. This same argument said you had the church all the time. The old people got the church can't move and this and that and the other. I'll keep on hearing that, right? I was put on the executive board of our church at age 26. I was put on the board of bishops. The next person to me in age was my father-in-law. And while I get put on this board of bishops with these old, I'm a little boy on this board.
They like this.
I hear in the little boys, we don't have no voice. We don't. I said, well, how I get here? If we ain't getting an opportunity, how did I get here?
God.
No, not this God in favor. No,
God in
I
favor.
was there.
No. Tito, man.
I stayed in the trench. I was there. They wanted someone to give them something.
Right. See,
I worked.
that's
the
where I was
ground.
going next.
They was looking for the
Yeah.
fellas. We had a scenario
So you
where
can't even get on the ground for these old fellas.
no,
but
they were saying that same nonsense.
Yeah. See,
and
you
it
know,
was
you,
not true.
you can't go to school, put in 6 years, and come home and think somebody owe you something.
But let's use it in the
Because
terminology.
that's saying they were saying, right, you can't get in.
people
That
turn in
is
and
not
fight
true.
with me
No,
on
we
this
can't
course.
fight you. Let's
Because you have to justify. You just gotta have to quantify why they want change. You have to justify your statement.
let's look at the leadership of our country.
So you can't use people like me.
No. Let's
Because
look.
I'm one, when you tell me no, I will go heaven and earth to prove you wrong.
Let's look.
For people like y'all, when y'all tell me no,
No,
I will
it
go
ain't
heaven.
about
When you
telling
tell
you
me
no.
something can't work,
Yeah, but
all that means is
No.
this guy here don't believe. I'm moving on to the next one.
But
I
that's-
think that's what they saying.
but
The young
Tito,
people want to fighting them
But Tito,
to try to prove.
that's
They
what
don't-
they should have done from inception. They should have come with their plan. If you have a business idea and you go to the bank and tell the bank you and sell cows,
Doing what talking about.
right? Let's say hypothetically, you and sell cows, right?
You get money for furniture, but doing
Why you and sell cows?
But why that is?
Huh?
Why that is?
Listen to the rule. They'll give you money
Right.
for vacation
Right.
or a car,
Right.
but wouldn't give you money for a business idea.
Why that is?
When I go on vacation, when you give me $5,000, the one thing you know as a behemoth, I'm going to spend the whole entire $5,000.
Correct.
At least if you give me a business or help me purchase a hot dog stand, the chances of you getting some money back will maybe be probably 40 to 30%.
Where's your plan? Where is your plan?
Do I need a plan for vacation? Do I tell them I'm going
You
to purchase
go
a
in the-
ticket, get a car, and I'm going to Orlando to go inside Uncle Wally?
Do they care?
And nobody's giving me the money.
yeah, but they know what a vacation entails.
No, they don't know the vacation. They don't care.
Exactly.
They interested
But
in the
it's-
fact that they put up a high loan interest
Interest rate,
and you can pay me
18%,
back.
and you can pay
They
that.
don't care.
So you borrow 5 to
You need
pay
the
back
same
12.
high interest rate for the loan to buy the hot dog stand.
How?
How you mean how?
How? When you go there on your vacation loan,
All they say get on vacation.
you say you're going on vacation.
No details.
No details. So you borrowing $5,000 for a vacation.
Mm-hmm.
They put you on a prolonged payment plan, right? To
Mhm.
make sure it's something reasonable that you could pay it back.
Okay.
The bank's not taking they're not taking a real chance on you with $5,000.
Okay, so you gonna do the same thing if my
No,
hot
sir.
dog.
No.
You know they tried and I tried it. You know.
No, sir. I can't.
You give me 5 to go on vacation, but you wouldn't give me 1,500 to buy a hot dog stand.
I wouldn't.
I don't understand the concept.
Because if I give you $1,500 to buy a hot dog stand and your hot dog stand don't work, I don't know if I could resell it.
So what if my vacation don't work?
If your vacation don't work, I would have gotten some of the money back.
How you can get some of the money back?
So you go automatically stop paying me after what?
I can't do the same thing I do with the hot dog stand. I can do the same thing with vacation. Stop
No,
paying.
but that's not how it. That's not how.
How does it work?
Now see, with this here, I would Tito now.
Right.
I can be honest. On this
I don't understand.
turn here, I would
Right.
Tito. Now the first turn, I was with Tito.
No.
This turn here with the business idea, I think I mean to me, we don't cultivate entrepreneurship in this country.
No, we don't. But that's a
But it
different
ain't.
argument.
But all right, is it all on the bank?
I can't put it all in the bank. No,
But
no, I can't put it all in the
But
bank.
this is my point.
But
to
I
Tito.
do have a problem with that idea. I get money for vacation and just walk in and go pick it up. But I can't get money for business. To
Denzel-
me, that's just insanity.
Denzel, ask him what he going to the bank and say. He get him the paper. The thing costs $1,500. He asked for a loan for the $1,500.
You think that went like that?
I
sir?
asked him.
No, of course it don't go
Did
like
you
that.
go? Did you go with a full plan?
You have to go with some at least a portion of the plan. Because they're gonna ask you, why do you want the money? How do you plan on paying it
So
back?
why you only
can't
go-
just walk in and say 150.
So that's probably why you won't get a $1,500 because going to portion the
Sir,
plan.
when you go for a vacation loan, you know what you say? I want a vacation loan. That ends
I don't
right
even
there.
know vacation loans. I don't know how that works. I don't know that word. That's not my word.
It's a easy way for the bank to take money off you.
That's all it is. That's all it is.
But I mean, but then why would I do it for the business though?
If you do a salary reduction, I don't understand.
But how you could do salary deduction for entrepreneur?
They do it for vacation.
Because you have a job.
You have a job.
That's business investment.
That's the job. It's the
okay.
security.
I got you.
Right?
So
I
you
got
saying you can't do no investment if you have a
You know,
job?
if-
I'm not sure your hot dog stand can make no money.
But you don't sure if I can pay you back for
Yes,
vacation?
I am sure you have a job.
Your job secure. And if
Sir,
you-
I'm not leaving my job.
No, what Tito's saying is that I ain't leaving my job. I still the salary deduction. I also use this money to buy a hot dog stand. Tito, what you gotta do is take the money for vacation and buy hot dogs.
That's all. Okay then.
That's all. That's all.
Let's do that. Go in for vacation loan, stay right here in Nassau, and buy hot dog
But
stand.
guess where the problem comes in, Pastor?
Go ahead.
After being in business for so long, you have to find a way to build credit with the bank. A vacation loan as a business owner doesn't build credit with the bank. The only way you can build credit with the bank if you are a business owner starting out, you gotta put money on fixed, borrow against it, and prove that I guess you can pay it back. Other than that,
That's not the only way.
what's the only way?
You
What's
have
the
a-
other way?
if you have a business account with a bank, and the bank see your deposits and they see that you're making money, regular deposits.
Right. I know one bank for sure. After I think after a year, you could go to them.
There are
for a loan.
plenty businesses.
Yeah, they give you that loan when they see based on
No.
how much money you got sitting.
No.
Yes.
Not,
Yeah.
no,
Not even sitting.
no.
Sir,
Listen,
based on how much money you got sitting.
I had a conversation with a bank manager just last week
Uh-huh.
about a business loan.
Okay, and what
Right?
did he say?
She said
See.
you have to continue to make your deposits regularly. She said if you only deposit $10 regularly, if you could show consistent deposit from money transactions to your business after a year, and if you could give them a breakdown of what you want, they could help you out.
Hey, I can't wait till you're here, and then you come back and see me. Welcome to the new.
But you know,
No.
they two different institutions you talking about.
Sir, this ain't something new, I telling you. You let her tell you that foolishness if you want.
But
you
we-
put $10 stand door, but you can't go get a loan.
We gone from bank to the banks to the whole government
Idea,
thing
but yeah,
and
I
the
was
whole idea about young
piggybacking
persons
on
and
you,
that.
right.
But I say this too. Yes, there are persons that are locked in their ways. There's a good old boys club. We understand that. But what I'm saying is I'm hearing more young persons who are not developing their ideas than those who have developed, did the homework. And again, most of them hearing is people who have this thought. They have a thought and they want you to finance their thought. I can't finance your thought.
No,
That's what I've been hearing a lot. I want you make way for my thought. No,
because people.
develop
All
your
right,
thought.
so we dealt with Cody last week, right? People say we rough on Cody. No, but let's establish what Cody was talking about. A lot of the ideas Cody had were, I would say, good ideas, right?
Mm-hmm.
The problem with what I had with Cody,
Not the sign.
no, the sound is a fantastic idea.
Put sign on the building together, but
No,
with the
you-
fog in,
No,
or
no.
or the four, that can work.
No, you could put sand there. How you can get the sand there?
Sir, we're not gonna dump tons of sand out of fire.
Yes, you could
No,
dump
we're
down
not-
the
we're not
sand.
doing that.
No, but
We better can keep our streets clean.
that was the.
People can slide all over the road, but
See, that was the point. That was the point he's making. How practical are these ideas?
the foam, yeah, the sign.
The
He missing on
foam?
that. He missed. He's saying no. You was foam to smother the oxygen in the fire.
You know how much foam costs?
It ain't too expensive.
Oh, it's very expensive. That's why people don't use foam.
Yeah, it ain't.
I better look at. I actually did my research on it after the fact. It's very expensive. That's why first world industrial countries still out there using water. Foam is expensive.
That's why I told him when I saw
I
him the
didn't.
following day.
I tried to talk around. I didn't.
No, that's all right,
talk-
Pastor. Because I told him I saw him the day after, and I said, "Sir, since you're a chemist, you would need to go and then strike up some letters, whatever it may be, to the Ford Power, whatever it is, and come up with a solution to make some cheap foam or whatever it is that you need to come up with."
matters would be looked at. First and foremost, if you look at the budget for the fire department,
We actually have a budget for the fire department.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, we have a budget for the fire department.
Each department have a budget, Tito.
But a majority of the fire department stuff has come from the generosity of the Bahamian business people.
See, this whole the engineering of fire flow is very interesting. We have this fire concept, and I don't want to deal with this no more. I will leave this alone.
Got to deal with it.
When you enter fire flow into an equation, it's going to greatly increase the size of pipes, the amount of water that needs to come through them now to maintain. If we're not maintaining pressure now with a 16-inch line,
You got a call coming in.
we had a call coming in.
I hope that's a young kid. Let's go. Let's fight the good fight.
Let's take this call.
That's cool.
Hello, caller. Welcome to Barbershop Talk.
Good afternoon. How y'all doing?
We doing good, buddy. How you feeling?
All right, I'm good. I was listening to the conversation,
Uh-huh.
and I would have already actually answered y'all, right? So even when you would have already...
You say you answered already? Or in the chat?
Well, I in the chat, I sent y'all something in the chat, but y'all busy talking, so I understand how that goes.
Yeah, it's good.
So I decided to call.
Go ahead, buddy. This Frankie.
So what happened is, yes, Bishop Roll.
What do you say, Frankie?
Listen to me.
Go for it.
Sometimes when you would have developed the idea
Uh-huh.
and made it so much so that a baby could understand it, and you put it forward to individuals, they still knock you down. You have older persons, I would call them elitists. Some of them are elitists, and then our country is filled with bureaucracy because you would put out something. I had an issue where I was told that the place where I started my business was not the ideal place for the business, and that was one of the main reasons they were trying to stop me from actually even giving me a business license.
You about to win, Carlo.
All right. I did everything I went to them. I got their listing for everything that they would need. And when I went back to them, it was like, okay, wait a minute, hold on. When they sent their inspectors, they was like, oh, you don't have enough parking. Oh, this is this. And I said to them, even in my presentation, I said, because of where I'm at, I don't need the parking because most of the people who are coming to me are coming right from in this actual vicinity.
Mm-hmm.
So that could be moved. They would not budge. They did not care that I had spent all my money to develop the place, to put out there, to advertise. All they were looking at was, oh, this is not what we're doing, and you are not this building is not the ideal location. This isn't the ideal this. You don't have all of this. And it was like, and so for me, what I had to do was, okay, you know what? Let me step back from y'all. Let me bring everything. Let me find the money myself. Let me do everything on my own. Develop it even more. Make sure that there's nothing that you can say no to, and then come back to them. But in that process, they may call me illegal. They may say that I'm going against the system. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. When in actuality, I have everything, even down to the educational qualifications. They were like, oh, you need to have this sub-qualification that doesn't even trump your qualification as an educator to run this business. Okay?
Got you.
Right to the point where one of the persons was like, oh, you're a teacher and you're running this business. Do you know that is against government policy? I'm like, yes, it's not against the rules to own a business. So they do try to stop you and throw spokes in your wheel and everything else like that. When it not spokes in your wheel, sorry.
Yeah.
Put things in your wheel and slow you down and try to break you. Even when you do everything, when you would jump through all the hoops and dance and everything else like that, they still try to put stops in your way to ensure that either if you don't have $1 billion to make this thing bling from the first start, you almost got trouble in this country if you don't know somebody who could pull the strings for you.
Just to ask you a general question, is it an age issue or a status issue?
I think it's both.
So you think if you were older with the same issues, you don't think you'd have the same issues?
I think if I was older I don't think. No, I think I would still have the same issue. I think I would still have the same issue if I was older, and I dare say I would dare say because of the fact that I am a male, and that might sound wrong, but I dare say because of the fact that I am a male, I think that was kind of confrontational to the person, because one of the persons, when they realized that I was the owner and the director of this place, they were like, and I had to tell them, no, miss, don't look at me like that.
Right.
I have a master's degree in education.
Right.
I've been in the trenches, like Bishop Rose said. I didn't get this just by someone handing this to me. I went through getting a bachelor's degree. I went to school. I teach in the system. I went and I did all the schoolwork, and then I did all the background check and everything else to put this thing together to solidify this. And we're still kind of held back from getting a business license and just moving forward, you know, and having to do things I wouldn't say underneath the table, but having to do things halfway.
No, you got to tip. You got to tip. You got to do things on the table. You got to tip. You got to do things. It's a sad reality.
Yeah, it's a sad reality. I have to do it under the table and pray God that, okay, Jesus, I need you to continue make a way, continue to make this happen.
I don't tip
so
on
that when I go back to these people.
Let me say this.
So that
Let
when
me
I
say
go
this.
back to these people, I could present to them everything that they are asking for without them nitpicking. Is one of the things I find them doing. Oh, you don't have a gate. Oh, this isn't here. Oh, you need this.
But are they the stuff that they were giving you a hard time for? Are they stuff required to get the license?
Not really. They say, well, I run a preschool and nursery. I own a preschool and
There's
nursery.
plenty stipulations for preschool and nursery.
Listen, you want to know the stipulations? It is retarded.
Let me say this part though, Frankie, while you answer Carlo. I think one of the challenges is our system is broken. From the standpoint of in my line of work, you know, they're always moving targets. You think you got the target, and then they move target on you again. And you think you get it, then they move on you again. Now, to me, that's not an old and young issue. It's just a system that they running backward. It's a backward running system.
Yeah.
So
That is
because
why I said there's so much bureaucracy.
and that's perfect. The word there, the bureaucracy is just ridiculous.
Well, I mean, listen, gentlemen, y'all, this barbershop talk, so I can say it, but y'all ain't gonna say it. No, if we get the old people.
But I mean,
the fact that he is a male trying to get a nursery is frowned upon in this country.
Well, that is also true.
That's not
when he said this now, I said, okay, now
I understand.
It make it even more sense now.
People of not enlightened mind thinking he up to nefarious things.
Yeah.
That's just the facts.
Why does man want to have a daycare?
Why does man have a daycare?
But then there's people who get up and say the man ain't getting involved with the children.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but then, I
So it's a
mean,
catch
you
22.
can't be that backward and you're thinking that a man can own a daycare and actually hire people to work for him to run his daycare.
Who can't be that backward? You live in this country.
You mean they shouldn't be that
You
backward?
say they shouldn't be that
They
backward.
shouldn't be that backward.
No, this the Bahamas. They are that backward.
There are some people in the ministry that needs to go home.
Now we don't even have to debate that because that's 1,000% correct.
Absolutely.
But see, the thing about it is, right? I agree. But see, what I like, I asked the same question Peter asked, and they clarified the point that it didn't have nothing to do with his age.
No.
Right.
So I see you looking at me side eye over there, Ben and Nan trying to look at me. It don't have nothing to do with his age. It have nothing to do with his age. It has something to do with the fact that one, like you say, now mind the people think why I'm here with a preschool, and then the moving targets of all the necessities.
You know what the
that
problem
needed.
is? You don't think deep enough. You stop at the
This is heavy.
top.
This is heavy.
See this?
Do I need to get Frankie off the line, or you want Frankie here?
Yeah, Frankie can either go because it's gonna be hard. Because Carlo problem is you only want
Thanks
Sophie
for calling
foot.
in, Frankie.
No, he only
All right, buddy.
He only wants Sophie foot. You need to go neck high.
Go ahead, then. Go ahead.
Because this young and this old thing ain't just with that issue. The problem is with these moving targets is some people in there that only want to come to work to read the newspaper and go on lunch. And the young people who want to do the work, when they come to do the work, they say you don't see this. You tell me what to say?
Yeah, you don't mind you be the word is.
Yes.
What the word is?
Duplicitous. Yes, and I will be. Because what you don't understand is the person who want come against say, oh, Carlo, look, I change the program. You don't do that around here, Peter. You look like you come to go to work. Yes, say, no. You look like you come.
Listen, man. Hold on, man. See, y'all.
Tito, I agree with you.
Listen, I ain't running for Peter. I ain't running for Tito point though, but Tito being duplicitous.
Why?
Because this argument in the beginning was young people wasn't getting a fair shake.
Listen to me.
And that young man proved just now by being honest and answering Peter's question that if he was older, he would have get run through the same.
The
same
It had nothing
to do with age. And that's the, I see you looking at me,
but
bending
that's
down.
the main thing we're trying to do. We will take these scratches from these young folks and make excuses about how this and that. And there are some cases.
And he was fair-minded. And
Pastor, the last time I checked, when you trying to win an argument, you will do whatever you have to do to win. So I don't remember what none of y'all talking about. That fella coming there and he moved me up like 20%.
How he move you up?
Because it's someone like it's so. Listen, he touch on the bank issue. He touch on
he give you some ammunition.
Yeah, I need one more young person
for a different gun. For a different gun.
No, I just saying. I say he almost touch on. They just only this the one.
All he give you is ammunition for a different gun. So pocket.
That's all right. I shoot whatever I can shoot, buddy.
No, his issue was.
He had a different issue.
And this issue is legitimate. One that I wouldn't even try to debate. Whereas there are some people when they supposed to be who in charge of clearances in different departments. And basically the clearance list is black and white, straightforward. Either you have this or you don't have this. Sometimes you go in there and your face good, you don't have half of what they're asking you for.
Listen
and
to me,
you walk in there with what you're supposed to have.
They tell me you can't do certain things based on regulation, right? Yeah. They say if a house is 6 feet, certain things can happen. You know what? Let me leave that.
No, go ahead.
Because I see some things that's happen. Like Pastor say, either some heavy tipping going on, or the rules different for some people. Because some people do some things.
Either. We know heavy tipping.
We know heavy tipping. Yeah. And sometimes there be no tipping. Sometimes it's just poison of friends.
So what you're saying is, what our good friend there?
No, you don't call it a good friend. Don't call it a good friend.
Who just called?
We didn't call his name.
Who just called? Frankie?
Yeah,
Frankie, yeah.
Frankie didn't know right, boy.
Frankie probably had a little bit of attitude, and Frankie wasn't pulling out that wall.
Frankie didn't have no attitude.
Frankie didn't know the right person.
Frankie didn't know the right person. If Frankie had knew the right person, there was never going to be an expected of Frankie place. They wouldn't even know.
You know the right person is. What the man is on $100 bill right now?
No,
what he is?
No, that ain't necessary. Sometimes that ain't necessary.
What ain't necessary? Always necessary. Always work.
So let me give you an example, right? Let's use the same example. There was a particular, and I trying to expose somebody. I could say, could stay in there no more. So the whole parking thing and this and that, I can understand Frankie's position because it's so you know, it's a particular preschool that was on Marquis Street that only had 4 slots on a heavy traffic road. Wasn't no parking nowhere else.
No, exactly talking about. Yeah.
4, maybe 5 spots depending on what kind of car you fit on Marquis Street. And it was a preschool. So it all depends on who you know.
There was one on bar. There was one on bar 20. That's by the light. There was one on bar 20. It used to be called Romper Room. They ain't had no parking.
But 2 on bar 29.
You won't get into that.
Let me
because that's a hardcore residential. See, but I can say that because I used to live around there.
And there's another one bar 22.
Yeah,
they had the highest security to monitor traffic.
There's a hardcore residential area.
That's a very good school.
Yeah, very good school.
Very.
My daughter went to that school too.
Two businesses at the end of the road. Business on the front side of the road. Right. All the rest is where people live.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. They turn people, all houses, into businesses. Yes. Right in the Bahamas.
And that's supposed to be. That's
a residential area.
So all that proves that they run the boy through the mud.
Because they wanted to.
Because at the same point.
Yeah,
but
he was a man.
I think the next thing is that
if his name was Frankie, though, he would not go through that.
We need some persons who will run these government corporations like businesses.
Oversight,
to run these ministries as though they are businesses.
Oh, you mean with oversight?
That would be nice.
No.
Let me say something.
I wish you luck with that.
I can get in trouble by saying this, and this is I can say it.
Go ahead, hey, shush, the pastor. Let Denzel talk.
When I go,
but time pastor get in trouble. I will hear this.
This is straight Denzel talking. When Denzel got his job with the late Donna Nichols' husband there at Quantum Technologies.
There we go.
The PLP government was in power. I had the privilege, we got some contracts from the Ministry of Housing. At the time, the Minister of Housing was D. Shane Gibson. And I can say this, I don't care what nobody can say. When we got up in that place, the way that place was functioning, I was highly impressed. It was functioning like a business. Now, people don't like to hear that because they know all the other things that are going on about it. But I walked into that ministry and watched our things and the interactions and everything that was going on. I was blown away. I said, this cannot be a government business, a government entity, because it was functioning corporate. And I think that's one of the challenges that we have. We don't have that kind of functioning.
That's unheard of.
That's my experience. Now, I ain't know anybody else's experience, and I ain't getting them other stories everybody got tell. This is my experience.
You trying to the people and they're working.
They were working and
work.
they were efficient.
They had to work. They were put on a mandate from the PM and the Minister of things.
Listen to me. Things was happening like this.
One of your customers who I just saw recently, worked the Land and Survey, you should know him well. Now I ain't gotta go no further details. Will tell you when he was working directly under the minister, that was the best that they ever had it. Now that doesn't mean the scandals and problems with people say existed. Didn't happen. It did.
I ain't getting that.
But that's where the thing with me and Pastor started discussing by saying oversight. See, because if there were oversight, there were certain things that couldn't happen, which wouldn't have affected, by the way, the amount of houses being built and the people getting in the houses. There's at no point in history of Bahamas where the amount of houses were built and people were put in homes during that space time. And then that's up for no debate with nobody.
I watched how that machine was operating. That machine was clicking.
The problem, the issue.
The same with some other ministry.
So I mean, we still need to deal with the little.
But you don't fire that man based upon bedroom business.
I ain't getting no. My thing is this is the conversation about the corruption, this and that. But I think those moving targets, cannot happen in the private sector.
But sir,
you can be offering a service and say you need to bring me ABC to get your product, and then when you come back, they say, oh sorry, we need Q, L, and M. And you can't do it in the private sector, and that's part of our problem.
My Bahamian brothers and sisters wasn't concerned with corruption. My Bahamian brothers and sisters fired that man because they concerned with where that man is lay his head in the night. That's our problem.
In 2007.
Yeah, that's our problem.
Worrying with the wrong
thing. See, we were so worried, but he was worried, but
how much house getting built? How much people get out?
So let's do it the proper way.
If some white lady give him a watch,
you said his ministry is functioning.
Rolling. Yes, sir.
That's my experience. Now I don't know where everybody's story is. I was working intimately with that
ministry. You could say rolling right now, than the healthcare.
Police is a ministry.
Security.
I had experience.
Y'all said the police rolling.
I
was coming from practice the other day.
They rolling.
Crime down.
You know, mother catch me right. I was coming from practice the other day.
You know, mother
move on location, by the way.
Where what is?
Mother catch me on the curve by Hilton.
Oh yeah, they did.
Coming the next way.
Yeah.
So mother pull me over.
Mother's the best police.
Mother saying, pull this car over. Then she look in the car and she saying, where you coming from?
Yeah.
I told her where it's coming from. Then she look in the back seat and saw a fella. She say, so what going on in here?
What going on
I bet you answer.
You better answer.
I
answer. I say, what you mean what going on here? What that mean? I answer.
So where you going after that?
You know what happened? I had to pull to the side.
Right.
Y'all called my ID.
Yes.
And they did what they had to do. The only thing they would script straight to me.
Absolutely.
Because you would have had it.
Let me ask you a question. Did mother you see Mother Peace?
No, mother didn't show me a piece. Mother ain't even with me. Mother seen the woman. Mother don't do that. She pulled me to the side and daughter keep doing me.
Mother is the number one person who locking people up with no handcuff and no gun. Yeah. As bad as they say crime is in this country. How many people don't see Mother pull aside?
No handcuff, no gun.
No gun. Bro. Mother simply comes to your car, tap you there.
I don't think you should judge for.
Tap your hood. Only right ticket. Pull that over.
Mother rules that area with an iron fist.
Mother is right. More ticket
Correct.
than about 60 police combined.
That is correct.
I don't know who this mother person is.
Don't let me know. Let me know where on the drive, please. Don't go on downtown like. They say between the Western Esplanade and downtown.
That is correct.
Police car.
Go over the bridge. Go over the back there by Dane Street. You come out to the one way.
I've watched mother pull two people over when she dealing with one boy said
And pull someone
else over.
Mother
don't talk like that.
I don't know what is it. I don't want to find out. Yeah. We ain't read no comments for the whole hour and change. Let's get some comments in here.
Crime down. That's the only bit of
That's the curfew, man. But
that's crime, Gallo.
Let me. Franklin, I apologize. This is a comment now. Good day. Sometimes when you break your idea down to the point where even a baby can understand it, you still get a no. There's too much bureaucracy in this country. That's Frankie typed that. He said there's also a set of young people that believe you should just give them something. That's the point. That's the ones I was talking to.
Yeah.
You know, and
who talking to Tito too, Masi.
Yeah. Michelle Johnson was agreeing with Carlos. Said that's where Michelle is. Michelle says that's correct, sir. You must continue making consistent deposits, and that's what makes you favorable for obtaining a loan as an entrepreneur. Carlos, you are absolutely correct.
You make sure say Carlos too, you know.
But you know what? Michelle and Carlo, we can wait for another year from now. He can come back and give us our report. Keep it $10 up.
Veronica says, I agree with the caller. Anva says, Tito, speak about the non-existent CAFL. That is a great example of your age argument, where your older generation strangled the league to death.
You are correct, sir.
This is powerful.
Yeah, strangling there. You only had no money.
The government's only giving us $5,000.
They should have given you all nothing. You had no money.
They running, Peter. They running.
A talk show. They should have given you all nothing. Y'all are there with no fans running around with old uniform and old bat.
Peter, stop that. Because at one point the park was packed.
They was 5,000.
Doing the Jets and the Pros era when we had them. Stop that now, Peter.
Tito.
I know one thing. Tito. You only never had more fans than all. That thing go that way.
I'm not asking you. That's a lie. Championship game. Fellas was parking down the Marquis Street.
Listen, boy.
Tito, stop that.
Peter, you know do better than that.
At one point, I would say the fans were decent. The fans were never great.
Never
great.
But what was? Well, I don't know. We don't know what Tito's even for. Tito was probably trying to get a strong.
Pastor,
87.
No man, we had about 300 people out there.
300
about 300 people out there.
Boy, I been one game, boy.
No, Pastor, not a
game. You mean 300 for the season?
Not a game.
In and out?
Tito, I been to a championship game.
Which one you been doing?
The last one.
But 1,000 Garfield?
The last one.
But 1,000?
If he get 100, he get plenty.
It was more.
Listen, man. 300 people ain't been to all the
players than fans.
That's why the fans.
You lucky.
That's why the fans can stand on the player side.
You need to stop. You're a liar.
You're a liar.
You lucky. You lucky.
Me?
You lucky.
Me?
Some of your players had like family members who really care about that.
Y'all were not no fans.
Why listen, and if you was cutting him on Saturday, boy, we blame you wasn't coming out there neither.
Exactly.
It only because Tito ain't cutting out. I'm going to deal.
And I going to tell him, and a quarter of the people who come to you.
It's because they come with Tito. Yeah, that's why I came.
That's fine.
Valencia said that's the school on Bar 20. Oh boy, y'all calling people. Why? What y'all doing?
The school in the mall. That's why I talk about it.
Ellery says mother opposite Jungle Beach. So Ellery no mother too. Jesus Lord, I don't know. Oh Lord, Felix say right by El Greco. Mother don't play. How come I don't know this one?
They put the garbage truck over the day. Now you say the police running right up.
Listen to me.
Man, the garbage truck is a government garbage truck.
Mother runs.
That don't mean
I need to find the who mother is. Melissa Prosper. Hold on. Melissa Prosper say, mother don't play around, boy. Hashtag no smiles.
No smiles.
How come I don't know but his mother?
Answer, you don't go that way. You don't freaking rest me.
Mother runs that area with an iron fist.
I see one day he's coming home, right? Dash like better for the bun, the dash.
Yeah.
Board, right? Mother say.
Hold on. Your wife had her foot on the dashboard.
Leaning back and she got it up.
You got your
And mother police.
Yeah.
No, she ain't pull me over. She tapped the car. She saw that. She tapped the car. She said, no. You won't.
Hold on. Did she have on a seatbelt?
I don't care. Seatbelt don't mean nothing, man.
What if I have on my seatbelt?
I say my seatbelt on when they pull me over.
But no, if my seatbelt on.
No.
Why my foot?
Your foot on the dash is a hazard.
Beyond your foot, and that's how mother wanted.
Yeah.
And that's how mother wanted.
Tell me I get my foot on there.
All right, Denzel.
When you pass it, mother,
Yeah.
you gotta do like you praying like this in the car. And someone gotta open their Bible.
Hold on.
So listen to do. Let the wife drive, right? Like around 3:30, 4 o'clock.
You put your foot on.
And then you put your foot on the dash.
No, they really didn't. They go like 1:30, 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
They out there plenty now.
Right now, it's prime time.
Oh, yeah,
prime
time.
Prime time.
Yeah, go ahead there. Put your foot up on the dash.
Hold on now,
Let the
hold
wife
on,
drive.
hold on.
You put your foot on. You put your foot on the dash.
Criminals just pull off the area because they don't want to deal with it.
No, they go over there
They go over there,
by road traffic. Cut you down lane, Nassau Street.
And that's what they don't deal with it.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
But I have to drive to see who mother
And
is.
everyone know, mother only stop.
No, I got a problem with this whole thing with the Asher though. Asher got she have on a seatbelt. Dasher, sorry. Dasher got a foot on the dashboard.
Mama said, but
And
for
did you
that,
take it down?
Pastor, the fella in the back seat had locks. Mother look in the back seat. Mother say, what going on here? That what she say?
Yeah.
That what she tell me. She look in the back there. She see a boy had locks.
Yeah.
She say, what going on in here? I say, what you mean what going on in here? What
You
you
don't
doing?
get it.
Pull over.
She say, pull over. She don't understand. She don't understand. She say, pull through the corner.
I get right the way. I got to see the mother.
And
I
depending,
got to see
depending
mother.
on how mother is deal with us junior officers. If mother tell them deal with you,
Or like that ain't no break.
Right.
If mother tell you,
if mother say just give him a quick one over,
Yeah.
make sure everything good,
He
that's
good.
fine.
Right.
If mother say deal with them, you getting deal
Let
with
me bug me. So I sitting on the corner because you know, tell me pull with the ice cream place
yeah,
is.
yeah,
I sitting through the corner. Mother knows some girls who pass.
yeah.
They squawking and laughing.
Mother talking.
I was so much.
Mother talking.
you know what time it is.
Mother let gas them go straight past.
You won't get on ticket.
There was an incident.
They
There
can't
was,
see by anyone.
there was an incident in the papers. I don't know if you all remember. There was an incident in the papers where someone had harassed a tourist. They had gotten arrested right there next to that little bar thing right there.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Mother had the poison hookup.
Mother had them up.
Yeah.
Mother strong in.
No, the fella yuck away from mother and break off Reddit.
Oh boy, that's a big mistake.
Child, please. But they issued it. They had the fella in the papers. Fella say, what the police do there? He wish he had just stood there like a good man and don't move.
yeah, right. Mother don't blame.
This person say, I've had my encounter with her. I had a $250 ticket this some time ago.
All right, then.
And me not bargaining with her and not allowing her to search me. Oh, that's what happened.
I don't want to say you gotta say.
Yeah.
Julianne says this the one with the gold teeth. No, I know this. I ain't
I
seen gold teeth.
know. I know.
You will
No.
know mother when you see mother. Mother show up.
Yeah.
That's why we call her mother.
Mother.
Only one of that.
And everyone, and when you say, hey, mother, she's answer back.
Ellie laughing. Julianne say she run the street. She run the streets.
She run the street, Dad.
Damien say mother is a savage.
Mother territory, but
Ellie say she always. Oh, you say but if she cross.
Yeah.
Ellie say she always cross.
no, she always cross.
She always cross.
And mothers hook up gas. Mothers be hooking up them terrorists too.
Julianne say she sting attitude. All of this dash reach. Dash say, and I was pregnant. Say I was pregnant, big belly, trying to lean back. She said, mom, she said, foot off the dash. No, dash, I cry shame if you take your foot down. Dash, I cry shame on you. You should have kept your foot up there.
Garfield been locked up.
I cry shame on you, Dash. You should have not. I'll tell Robin, don't take your foot down.
Are you all right?
No.
You only got dealing with Robocop and Bomb Daily. You only dealing with
Force in a Red Explorer, and one else someone was a senior government official. Mother had them all hook up. Mother say, but knock up. Say no. So you can't have this cup open in here like this. But he said, well, But the cup with it. You did that?
Hold on. You always in the.
We in Explore Grand Boss.
Yeah.
No issue.
Right.
Mother stopped because it was for us. Mother didn't like what was going on in there.
Too much of y'all.
Too much of us in there. When mother come to the window, it was everything cool. Like, hey, mother. She smiled at me. Everything was fine. Boys in the front seat took a swig
of what he had
there. That set mother off. So what is this in here?
No respect.
But it's a passenger.
No respect.
It don't matter what it is. I talking to you all. But you did no, you know me. You're just drinking it. What it is?
Why talking?
Why talking? And then subsequently after that, when mother inspected the bag and saw what it was, mother just got off. I had to calm that situation down.
Reno say she's a very sweet, dedicated police reserve.
Leave it up to Reno.
Yeah.
She's reserve?
Yeah, she's reserve.
No, man.
Yes. Mother over 9 to 5. I can't tell you when mother work. Mother over 9 to 5. Yeah.
Mother's work more hours than regular police.
Mother over 9 to 5. I can't tell you when
I know true, man.
All that bad. All that.
Mother over 9 to 5.
All that bad. All that. This.
Oh, you didn't know that? That's why it's called. Anyway, that's a big dog. We dog.
Mother over 9 to 5.
Yes, mother over 9 to 5.
Yeah, I find that out late.
She ain't get called mother because she worked there on the force. She had to.
Hold on now. Is she a former police and then she got another job and then now she's reserved?
No, mother been a reserve little while. Mother don't play.
So mother ain't officially a real police.
Mother picked that assignment.
I know one thing. You go there and she no real police.
Mother in a real.
See what happened.
Mother in a real. I mean, is she retired police?
Mother in a real.
She retired police, right?
Mother is a top flight reserve.
Mother in a real police?
Oh.
All right then. When you put mother tickets for his all other officers, you'll see who's a top. You'll see who's a top officer.
There's some inspectors in the department doing it.
But
they do.
Mother's lead crews. Yeah. Mother's lead the crew.
Yeah.
No, she's leading that crew.
She's lead the crew.
She's leading that crew when I get mother.
But hold on. So underlings they reserved too then?
No.
She need mother.
So
she as a reservist in charge, and that's all we need to say. But we don't need to go further than that.
man, she's a former policeman. She's be a police.
Oh, okay then.
Well, you go up to when you see her.
You
You can show now right that way.
She got training.
I want to be reserved. Nah, you need to make that.
That's it. I did it. I see him. I got it. Dash.
Yes.
But don't easy say pass it. That's a $5 ticket if that foot wasn't removed from the dashboard.
Quick, fast, and in a hurry.
This is 500 a night in the
All the people with tents, you know, get a tent. Everyone screwed out there with them.
Everyone.
Hold on.
When you go down there, mother can see it. Mother can see it every guy.
Windows down.
From my road traffic, and I see.
Everybody know. Everybody know. All of it. All of it.
Darn.
Franklin says she also sings. So mother sing?
I never.
Man, mother trouble got me.
Mama's Jack all trade.
Anyway.
Robocop was a nice guy.
Let me
By the way, right before Pastor move on, I stand by what I say. I don't think no bullets is in that gun.
Not in the thing, but not in the there. I've subsequently found the truth to that. No, you were right.
Let's
Hold on. You lost me.
I know them, but whenever we went last talk show, we talked about gun.
You ain't there no more.
Robocop ain't there no more.
You die.
Just walk on there.
Yeah.
I say no bullets in that machine gun.
No, not the machine gun.
I just put fair in you.
Yeah, I didn't think there's no bullet inside.
But it was another two guns.
You sure he died? I see him to crack machine.
I saw him recently too.
I see him through the
No, but I saw him this year.
Through the corner by the clinic. Right there on Blue Road.
Fleming Street.
I
saw him there too.
Yeah. In uniform though.
Let me ask you a question. Whether or not that gun or not, how much big time rob you don't go on that?
Oh, none.
Oh, right.
He'll walk and he'll beat Palmdale dead bad.
Yeah, he had to beat bad.
Bad. He'll walk up the Market Street, come down, walk up the Shirley Street.
And the business people of that area
respected him.
No, they used to take care of him.
Yeah.
You straight.
David says at Reno, mother is a menace to the West Bay Society.
But listen to me, buddy. I have manual windows. I tell you, when you see me at road traffic, I see two cars going a little slow.
Yeah, screw that down. No matter the place.
By the time I reach by the entrance to the hotel right there, I see you looking, and I like this.
What's it? Give or take, Mother Church schedule on Sundays. I should put this PS in there, but I can do it for some of y'all. Give or take, Mother Church schedule. Sometimes Sunday, if this mother don't be there, but sometimes people don't know about us be right there. Give or take.
On Sundays too?
On Sunday evening. Good. Give or take.
Listen, man, the best thing to do is just
schedule.
It right there by old traffic, go up over there by old Dr. Roberts on Dean Street. And come on.
Sir, they caught on to that. They caught me. I got caught doing COVID. So when I pulled around that curve right there by the church, I tried to slip on the belt. He said, he didn't see you. Pull over.
Yeah.
They gave me good on that curve.
Let me stay up beside the town. I with y'all on that side of the town.
$100 ticket doing the lockdown.
Oh boy, keep your seatbelt on.
Once a fella said, I didn't see you.
I ain't gonna lie, you hurt me, but you hurt my heart. I tried slipping on,
but I ain't gonna lie. The only place, the worst place to get catch is when you finally come up Blue Hill Road and you pass through the corner there by Grey Cliff. And when you bang that curve,
that's why going. That's why you catch.
No, that's something else. You get catch right there by St. Francis. Pull over.
That's why you get pull over.
They say we line up from the beginning of the National Art Gallery all the way down.
They gotta meet a quota. It's a quota.
And if a line go through the curve, they bring the car. They make 2 lanes because they don't want nobody see. But the one believes right there, so you don't hit nobody. Stop right there. Right there.
They gotta reach a quota.
How do y'all feel about this? Our viewership getting up now. Is late number time to go. We was low today, but we getting up now. Thanks for those who coming on, and please share it because I didn't like our views earlier, so we're getting up now. Let's keep on sharing it. Tell folks come on and listen to the show. We soon finish, but let's end with a bang. How do y'all feel about the FNM not decided to be a part of this debate, the whole thing? Not last night, but the whole concept of the debate.
I guess it's a good idea. On that part,
that's a great idea.
By them not participating?
Absolutely.
Why do you say so?
What are you going there for, Pastor?
Because they're doing a horrible job, and I don't want them no more.
Well, Jesus, anybody? Well, I know. I watch it, so I can't speak. I think.
No, I'm not talking about last night. But in the general, like let's say
they say they're doing a horrible job.
A debate with let's say Philip Davis,
I ain't looking forward to that.
Dr. Minnis, I guess Tito's leader, Komalafi, Cassius, who else? Y'all know?
Yeah, I say yeah.
I don't think.
I say yeah.
How much minds do you think you're going to change from a debate?
A lot.
It ain't about that, you just want to see who you getting.
You could change a lot of minds in the debate.
Rather than just always the smoke and fluff at the parties.
If you get a good viral video, get a good viral video in this country.
Listen,
smoking.
You think a debate with the 4 leaders of the parties could make major change on where a voter can vote?
In this country? Yes.
In this country?
Yes. I believe so.
Yes.
So
a viral video? Absolutely.
So
I believe so.
My thing is,
yeah.
Why would I do that? If
me and you in agreement, I have no reason. I have no reason. First and foremost,
the only thing that can do is hurt me, Pastor.
See, I don't mind in the seat, right? So some of the questions y'all asking me, 1, either I can't answer, or 2, I don't want to answer. So it's no reason for me to be there.
So you just want to tell me what you want to tell me.
Y'all want,
but that only hurt me if I go to that.
Because me. So for example, now you can say I pecking on your group, but I'm pecking on them. But if I'm the PM, your group talking about getting baby it's $1,000. Y'all ain't serious.
So prior to Lincoln being an outcast, prior to, when he walked in the barbershop in East Palmdale, his exact words was, what our prime minister name again?
Dr. Hubert Minnis.
Dr. Hubert Minnis is a political genius.
Yeah, he said that once.
Now we are saying Brave Davis, the Honorable Brave Davis, is one of the most smartest guys.
Who's saying that?
I hear all kind of people coming to barbershop. They say this guy is very smart. He's intelligent. He's well studied.
He's a good lawyer.
I'm telling you what they're saying.
I'm
saying these guys are, people speak highly about them.
But what makes you a political genius in this little talk shop?
But let me address this point. The point is what?
I'm saying is, why you ducking out on this if people speaking so highly of you? Why are you running from a debate?
Why running from a debate?
Yeah.
They just tell you why.
So if the Honorable Brave Davis asks our Prime Minister a question, let's say he asks,
but they don't ask the questions. Questions be asked to them, right?
But questions, but then they getting back and forth. And
right.
So let's say he asks him a question.
Speaking of Mike Peter.
Let's say he asks him a question about freedom of information.
Right.
Forget freedom of information. Let's say he asks him a question about the PM election date and the fact that in the last election cycle, the Prime Minister promised that we was going to have a fixed election date.
Okay.
And he asked him outright, why is that not happening yet? What do you think the Prime Minister is supposed to say?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
That's why he ain't there.
Exactly.
But do we think this is going to do more damage to the F? I mean, I know some of us are concluded, not me, but some people in this room are concluded that the FNM is going to lose miserably in the next election. I'm not concluded that. I don't know how to conclude.
What part do you conclude that they can lose miserably, or part they can lose it all?
I don't know what this election will be. I don't know what it's going to be. Honestly,
no.
I'm not convinced of that.
They have it now? Win 3 seats?
But my thing is that do we think
They
this?
won 3 seats, but they're gone.
Do we think that this hurts their image though?
Oh, absolutely.
That this idea of having a debate because we've been wanting this. We've been watching. Bahamians watch the U.S. thing more than we watch whatever sport was getting on football.
Absolutely.
No, we watch one football. I missed a lot of them because of football. But anyway, we was watching the debates.
Point, right?
Yeah.
So we wanted this. We've been wanting this.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And we feel like, hey, we finally crossing over now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So for the FNM to make that statement to say, because I strongly believe whatever reservations let's say the FNM has problems with the how they want to do it, how they want to order it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure the people have the same objections.
A lot of them will.
The same objections. But the idea is say yes.
No.
Say yes.
No.
And then let's
no.
Smartest thing the PM gonna do is do exactly what you're doing.
No, my thing would have been to say yes, and then no, this and that.
That's what they did.
Adjustment.
They said yes in the beginning.
I never ended yes.
Yes, they said yes. All of them are part of it. Yeah, all of them said yes. And then they came back and did exactly what you said. Came back and said,
I don't remember it.
Okay. Yeah, I don't remember them saying yes.
Your boy came in and said the report. All of them had said yes.
Carlisle Battle, who's the president of the Torch Bear Association for the FNM, he said yes, they were already scheduled to be there.
For last night?
Yes, he was scheduled to be there.
I don't know, but the Prime Minister.
The Prime Minister was also scheduled to be there. The party then came back. The party structure from the chairman come back and said, no, certain things, and supposedly they said certain requests were made and certain requests were not granted, and that's why they ain't doing it. That's the bogus excuse you always come back with.
But my thing is that because I wonder if is that arrogance, is that naivety,
that's smart.
Is that
fair?
No, the idea of not explaining what these, at least come saying, here are my issues I had, here are my challenges I had. That's what I'm saying. To say that I don't need to give a justification not show up to this electorate, is that arrogance? Is that naivety?
Who does good?
Damn.
How?
There are persons who are on the fence who saw that as a major blow.
Who won with fence?
On where they can vote.
Oh, come on.
Yes.
Pastor, I ain't nobody on the fence. They didn't really make up their mind on what they can do. I see it go in 3, whatever it is, and my boy getting 1.
The FNM.
What one he getting? I saw the curiosity.
Who's your boy?
Lincoln Bain.
Lincoln Bain?
Yeah, which one he getting?
You think he can get by with it?
You think he can get by one? Boy, he get plenty money.
Let me say this to you, Mr. Ramsey. If he get his deposit back, he consider that a good night. So last time,
who's Bill be running the
last time they could run me or you would win. last time, Mr. Bell get his money back. Mr. Bain get his money back. Let's hope he get his money back again.
Listen, man. See, and this might
you're gay, buddy.
And this might and see Tito brought it up, right? And this is why he's trying to like figure out.
I no problem with that.
Tito made a comment that is his leader, right? The party he supports.
That song
right?
boy.
Came in the barbershop and made this,
No, he once said it.
Right?
At that point, he was a part of that. He was affiliated with that group.
So that's my thing. Like, all right, so what do you, is he now saying what, made him change his mind?
Oh, he said it.
He did?
Yeah, he's a very man. Lincoln don't play.
No, I ain't saying he did,
Lincoln say one of the main. Yes, right, record. One of the main reasons why he say, Lincoln was because he didn't get your nomination. He didn't sugarcoat that. Yeah, he said it. He said it.
He didn't get his nomination.
Yeah.
So how did he get his nomination? They said been the minister.
If he had got his nomination, he'd be in government.
He's been rocking and rolling.
He was real rolling.
He's been rocking and rolling.
Oh my goodness.
So comments here on this conversation.
So Lincoln, I met
David said, Pastor, you forgot to call Mr. Lincoln Bain's name. I apologize. Lincoln Bain is our friend and brother. So Lincoln Bain. Shakara says, F&M say they don't have anything to prove.
They don't.
Wow. Franklin says, I think that they made it seem as if they were hiding something.
They are hiding something.
Adver say Doc can't speak. That's a smart move.
That's part of it too, but yeah, and that's also part
But
of
how
it.
much people? Anybody watched the debate last night can comment on the debate to say how good it was.
Horrible.
Or how
It was horrible. I tell you, the
All I
after
saw is a guy throw a
I
stick.
tell you, I told
I
you.
mean, the young man who drew the little stick, he wasn't even firm in his last
I tell
statement
you,
before he tossed the little fake mace.
me and Burrows tell you the after minute debate they was in there.
They haven't been last night.
Yeah,
And they was in there.
because they ain't show up.
Man, somebody send the link. Somebody send us the link
Now,
for
the
the
second,
debate.
now
Yes,
the
man.
real debate, they probably it will not fare as well because. But see, I can tell you this: I like Mr. Davis, but if certain people asked Mr. Davis questions about the PLP and some of the things the PLP have promised and done, Mr. Davis can be just like other people. He can be in hot water as well.
Julian say they need to have a debate for each constituency.
But you wouldn't want that because you all realize some of these people who you all think is
You all wouldn't vote for nobody.
They should. They should
But
be nowhere near the House of
I
Parliament.
definitely believe they should have it in these communities. I think they should have it.
And they realize.
I agree with that.
I agree with that.
So, okay.
Because
I agree with that.
Behemoths will understand
So
that
long,
some of
man.
these MPs.
So hold on, man. Let me understand something. So them having a debate back and forth, right? And then them going up on the stage to a rally and saying what they could do, right? It's still, to me, it's still the same
No,
thing.
you no. Because to the rally,
I can
to the-
finish. I can finish my.
Go ahead,
my
go
point.
ahead.
Let me finish my point. Right. So yeah, to the rally, they don't have nobody counter. Going back and forth and what the word is I looking for? Rebutting them, right? But I can sit right there in the debate and lie
No, you can't.
and say what I
No, you
want to
can't.
say. Why not?
Because if you there as a person, they ask you a question about a particular policy issue, and you lie. If you are a PLP or FNM,
When I say-
one second, you are PLP or FNM who has been in government. You already been in government.
Yeah.
So we already know your policy. We already know your policy issue. So the first question I ask you is, will you say you did this?
Right.
But
What happened when you was here?
What happened
What
when
happened
your
then?
party was in power?
Ain't the same thing.
Ain't the same thing.
Ain't the
See,
same
and then
thing.
when you do a rally, you only hyping up the crowd, and then you get 10 minutes. You. Well, but what I'm saying, Tito, you won't get no real time there.
Could somebody? I have some time tonight. Can somebody send the link
It's like saying
to the
it's like
to the
saying
debate last night?
it's saying me preaching on Sunday is the same as y'all integrating me on the word here.
Yeah.
No, that's night and day.
Yeah.
I
See,
can put anything on pulpit.
The
But now if
DNA
you all sitting there in front of me and say, now, Pastor, you say this and this and this and this and this and that, that's a totally different
the
game.
DNA and Mr. LB party benefits from a debate with the PLP and the FNM because they get to, for the Bahim people to see, okay, I'm just as intelligent as y'all.
Right.
And what are your plans? And I can speak to my plans and we all can have a sensible conversation with one another. Right? In fact, if you think about it, the DNA actually would benefit more. Because the DNA gets to say every 30 seconds. The Bahamian people don't see what you do. The Bahamian people don't see what you do.
Well, and this is what we're about
and
to
we
do.
want to do this. And then look at the people and say, y'all ain't tired of going with these. Going with these
And look at them. They can't even answer a simple question.
Oh, no, we ain't dying. Oh, we good. Absolutely.
That's all I hear.
Oh, absolutely.
Jomar says this curfew thing alone will cause the FNM to lose his election.
And I disagree with that.
Me too.
I disagree with that.
I don't totally agree with that.
The curfew thing, I will know going to change the curfew thing. Because if you think the PLB coming about and change the curfew thing, you what?
They said you can put it at 12 o'clock and leave it there forever.
That's what I heard, Peter.
I think we might get 11:15.
Let me tell you something.
They say you ought to be like Cayman. The whole country shut down 12 o'clock.
The most dangerous thing, yeah, it is. The most dangerous thing the PLP government, if a PLP government win, is to take the curfew and you see crime rise in this country. Because if they were to do that, and there's higher incidence of crime in the Bahamas, they will get beat with that stick night in and night out.
Let me ask you this. What should we have gone when we had those crime numbers in a couple of years up to 120, 115, 130? Do you think we should have done a curfew a long time?
Yeah.
Would y'all have supported it?
No.
Penis bird.
Oh, you mean if I would have supported it?
Yeah.
Because I be in my own.
No, I was supporting it. You was supporting. He's too busy doing our own thing. And I don't know what Peter talking about because when we had our event, we must see over 12 o'clock.
Oh, that's true. I was thinking that. It's too much different nightclub and partying and the night these people like partying without COVID, without you fairing them with that, you couldn't get them to give up their civil liberties.
Senior man, you fed them with that. They said they would give. We talking about. Did you see
Well,
the
that's
party?
true.
What are we talking about?
But I mean,
let me get this in the comments.
Yeah.
Let me get this in the comments. Franklin said, plus they had prepared questions. They could have done the homework and come with their answers. Delton said, last night helped me to understand why we should stick to rallies.
Yeah.
We need the DJs.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Man, Delton, man, send the link, man. Send the link, man.
Shakara, you are the first person to talk about last night with this opening line. Shakara says, it was very interesting. Not enough time, in my opinion, to fully explain the plans the parties had on certain issues. That is what I have from everybody else. I think they had too much time. Everybody else saying they had too much time. Julian said they can't get beat, Peter, because commissioners say curfew wasn't directly correlated to the decrease in crime.
Oh, Jesus. That's what the commissioner was told to say.
That's what he had
to
say.
But that's what he said.
But I know one statistic that the commissioner can't pretend to not think is a correlation with this, and that's called housebreaking. Housebreaking statistics are as low as they've ever been, and the reason why is because you're all home in your house.
We was back to family holiday.
Yeah.
We was back to leaving the window open.
Leaving the window open. People. Some people leave it. All right, then. Some people, because everyone home.
You can't leave it open.
No, you can leave it open, because what you doing, first and foremost, you and I both know danger times. Okay, with the housebreaking. That's when people know you to wait for 3-4 hours, right? And they ain't got to worry, but you're coming back home. Right. Now, no one's sure on your schedule. Plus, your neighbor home looking in your minding your business.
Let's go that one. Yeah. Go ahead.
So crime and certain criminal acts are down.
But also during curfew, we had one of the most heinous known, I guess, shoot up. But that happened in the middle of the day. So I mean,
this is a Christian station, and we are loving people, and we wish only the best for one another as human beings. You've heard what people say on the streets about the incident?
Yes.
Okay then. So we didn't need to go further.
No, but all I'm saying is,
What'd you say? Think about what you said.
Curfew, I don't think necessarily stopping crime. I think the police has just
slowing down.
No, I think the police has amped up in certain areas and doing a little bit more with, I guess, trying to reduce.
How are they able to do that?
They being more visual.
No, they're not stretched anymore.
They're stretched out there,
They're not stretched they were because the clubs them closed down.
Right.
Even though some people are partying, ain't much partying is happening. I know if y'all like me. That's what it is. Whenever I see a gathering of Bahamians, I hate to say this as Pastor Denzel, who believe in speaking faith and speaking hope, but this is the truth, and I've done my faith and my belief in God. When I see 60 Bahamians outside and music playing, I be scared.
It depends on
I move.
It depends on the music. It's a particular sound.
Bro.
Oh, you right with that.
It's a particular sound. If they playing calypso,
yeah, I care.
You care. You straight.
Yeah.
But if
when you see them go reggae,
then they play a little soca. But when I hear that rap and all the stuff, I hear
rap and reggae.
When I see plenty of us guys be like, you know what, let me get up over here.
Yeah, I agree.
So I want to play like this thing. We don't socialize well,
No.
We don't socialize well. I mean, I can say this since Brother CFL made a comment. I mean, y'all didn't get violent at football game.
We have.
I left. Apparently, I left an event right after I left. I hear y'all getting in tussle and things like that.
Yeah, not that game. I don't know what they're talking about.
Games after.
I don't know the game.
There was a tussle, y'all, that was held.
Man, I don't know. There's a little pushing going on, Pastor.
No. I said I was watching. I was at that game with my children, and I was watching. I say these tempers getting high.
No. Just a lot of pushing around.
I see these tempers. I say, Danny, Naya, pack up your things.
It's time to go.
Let's get up out of here.
No, you were right though.
I leave the event. Well, let me tell you what the event was. I left the event. I said, this is getting too feisty.
But you always had the gift of foresight.
I don't know what it is, but we don't socialize well.
I don't think you was to the light yet.
I heard just as I left.
So sad, so that you was to the light yet.
We don't socialize well, and
on the party, we celebrating.
And these are a lot of people who was at this event was middle class.
No, not some. All.
This middle class. This even. I mean, I'm saying this. So I'm not trying to get into classism, right?
Yeah.
But this middle class, you say like we got this.
If that was another class, that'd have been two or three.
But being dead.
Yeah.
But so we don't. I don't know what it is, but I don't know how we get here. But we don't know how to socialize. No. We don't know how to
liquor
how to resolve
attitude.
conflict.
We don't know how to party. When I been to the school,
I used to socialize party. We definitely got party.
We don't party.
I don't even mess with party.
Different because first of all, when we go to a party, we stand against the wall and we don't move.
Mm.
Only the girls stands, and then we might get one little piece of wine up or whatever, and then we go. We don't do that in the States. Man, listen, they shoulder to shoulder. They fist bump and they they don't care. They jump on one another.
We can't do that shoulder.
No.
We can't do that shoulder.
No, be built like that.
Oh no.
Come, the people Dennis, come, march they start straight.
How we get like this,
But
man?
not to cut you off. F&M said to me that something that their leader said to them, that each of the years that they've been in government, they've had a catastrophe.
No, we say the 3 out of the 4.
3 out of 4, right? Oh, so you heard the statement?
Yes.
Okay.
What about Burroughs? But Burroughs is a defender. Burroughs getting down. He getting down with the votes. That boy's getting down with this shit.
Because when he said it right, I was trying to figure out what the third one was. Yeah. He said, I know he watched it, Basta. So he's still laughing at him.
It's COVID.
It's Dorian, and it's Irma. I didn't realize Irma was in there time. That's what he said now.
Okay, that's fair enough. But as I said,
Irma do grandma me.
As I said you last week.
They looking for excuses.
When it comes to hurricane after hurricane, I would rather the PLB be in government than the F&M. Because the F&M will look around, the PLB looking for shingles and doing what? You're looking to get things cleaned up and get people back on there.
I know one thing. It's only they take an exam and they ain't got their pencils and they think that's somebody's problem.
No, but you know but
they
could be opposition soon, and that's okay.
Opposition.
Yeah, opposition.
But who in the house?
You know, they can win more than 3 seats.
They can win more than 3 seats now.
Boy, I ain't gonna lie. I about to leave. I give them 1.
Okay. You can lose that one.
You just say you 3.
Yeah, I changed my
mind. Off air, I give you 10 seats off the bat.
What 10 seats?
They give you 10.
What 10 seats? You just a little bus you buying it.
Listen.
Who the 3 years? Who the 3 years you didn't give it?
I say 1.
Oh, who the one is?
The Prime Minister.
They can win Kalani and they can carry at least 4 on grandmama.
What 4 is it?
Any
and they say grandmama suffering?
Any 4.
They ain't giving what he says. Not Montague. What the next one is? Montague 8.
So that's what he tell you. You can name 10.
I give you the go grandmama and stick your head in the side. Whether you like them or don't like them, that's
they city.
Stay down.
That's crazy.
What do you think about that sudden belt? You think that getting yellow?
What's that belt?
In the Providence.
In the sun yellow?
Easy. I hear that's a no-brainer. I hear that gone.
It ain't no-brainer.
Boy, that would I hear gone. It ain't even.
It ain't no-brainer. Listen, even 34 to 6 as it is now, when you look at the actual numbers, it ain't major, you know.
It never is.
So don't never sleep.
I think it never been this bad.
My brother.
Paul, you got to be crazy.
If the PLB could lose in 2007, anything can happen.
You got to be crazy.
If the PLB can lose 2007, I saw all the corruption, all the bedroom business, and I say, but hold on, people get money in their pocket. When people get money in their pocket, they can keep the government in.
I see Lincoln being and the Prime Minister on the upside of the room.
We had good slogans. There was good slogans in 2007. Very good. No.
It's always good slogans.
Simply the best. Wait, nothing was better than Simply the Best.
Simply the best.
That was beast mode right there. That was beast mode.
The best one is Perry Castillo. When he walked through the crowd, we thought he was Jesus.
Oh, you been with R. Kelly?
R. Kelly.
That fella come to the crowd.
What the song
the
is?
only people there do is follow.
What the song is? I am a mountain.
Listen to me. He had me soloing on. I say, oh my God.
No, I saw though. I know, but Simply the Best was beast mode though. Simply the Best was hot, but
Pastor, as the Prime Minister came through. The only thing he just touched people in the phone.
No, for true though.
He come to the crowd.
No, that's all.
There was one rally, there's one rally, and just as he come to like this.
Like this, he open your hand, he come to like this. And the people just fall out.
And then we glide.
What?
I say, Perry got the people, boy.
Got the people. I mean, the people fall out.
But I agree with Pastor though. That 2007. I see how they lose that.
No, Simply the Best get them.
Boy, listen to me.
The music. Better than
it was 2 days. See, it's slogan.
Music.
It was Simply the Best, and the slogan. It ain't long now.
Play the song.
They had people with that foolishness. Right. That's why you done with social media and viral. and it's even worse now, Carlo. You need one good slogan. And that's the only the PLB missing right now, you know. One good slogan.
They ain't coming up with it, they waiting.
Yeah.
No, they saying be brave.
That's what they saying, man.
Yeah, they saying be brave. I don't
It's
know.
I didn't say something ride the wave.
Yeah, but that tested I
But I didn't think Rock with Dog was gonna wake, but I can believe that catch.
Rock with Dog waking.
Pastor, you come
That-
and ride the
that-
wave, and people around here will probably see but the flood coming.
Rock with Dog here.
I didn't think
I ain't like Rock with Dog's good though.
I don't think that was that catchy.
Time.
People's time did work. You're right.
It's
That's what worked.
summertime, bro.
Yeah, people's time
It's the
did.
people's time.
That actually that's it.
People's time.
So
That's all.
it's the people's time, simply the best, and
Not now.
R. Kelly
Must
song.
be no bet.
No, you can't put people's time in comparison. To me, them first two was that.
No,
that
them two was spectacular.
Them two was way on there. They
Yeah.
were on there.
It's spectacular.
Simply the best and R. Kelly. They was.
Kelly.
That was in the same election?
No. There was election right after.
No,
each other.
boy.
Oh.
There was election right after. each other.
Listen, Perry could have come from the back of the stage.
Excuse me. Mr. Christie.
I didn't go on down the road. He ain't in office no more.
Mr. Christie.
That means he's a senior man. He
Yeah,
just respect the
you see
senior
that.
man.
Yeah, he's a senior man.
Hey, and I saw his picture.
He's a senior man. Pastor, be in the barbershop talk.
He look fantastic, boy. Look, he looking.
What they say? What they say on Coming America? What they say on Coming America?
Look at he looking for another run. Yeah.
Your mommy name me Peter. I can call you Peter.
Now I'll be honest with y'all. You give me electrified PGC to come back right there.
Oh boy.
You gotta be crazy.
Hey. Oh boy.
I gone.
Hey.
Anyhow,
Hey.
that's I gotta go on that note.
Oh boy.
You gotta be
He electrified.
Peter.
Electrified, boy.
Peter.
Talk to me.
Nah, he
You
lied.
look good,
I don't agree with Peter, but
You look
if
good.
he's not playing that R. Kelly,
He
he may get me.
Pastor, you don't have enough die
Let me tell you
for
what.
him to stay black.
Stop it,
Let me tell you
Dave.
the problem is.
You so but you
Tell the problem.
disrespectful, young
I
man.
like Mr. Davis.
And listen, that fella gotta die every day.
Absolutely, I like Mr. Davis.
So let me see the picture.
I like Mr. Davis, right? But Mr. Davis can't shuffle. See, Mr. Davis can't shuffle, you know?
This is a bias show.
Your boy look good.
It's a bias show.
Fantastic.
I realize I'm the only one.
When he was taking
I'm the only one.
When he was taking his vaccine, when he taking his shot.
Boy,
So you trying to say when you look at PR, you trying to say muscle?
Muscle.
That's all the people money keeping him
He
alive.
on a black tank top, looking fantastic.
Where you get the money from? Where Barry get the money from?
I know he looking
Mr.
fantastic.
Christie. Mr. Christie.
Because he's
you would,
fantastic.
you would.
And guess what? I wasn't happy with Mr. Christie when Mr. Christie
I
left.
hope when I run this next election
No,
in
I got
2026,
one.
y'all call me Mr. Bell.
No, I got
And don't call me by my first name no
I
more.
know, you
Don't
see
call
that.
me Baba.
You gotta win first.
Now,
You gotta win first.
Now, when you win,
If you win, then yeah. If you lose, then I call you loser.
When you win, if you get your deposit back, I call you
Mr. Bell.
No man, you still a loser.
Where should I run?
I call you a loser.
Listen,
You better run home.
Rodney Monk more popular than you. He couldn't get you.
Man, listen, Ronnie only popular because
Hold on. You ain't gonna be talking about Rodney Mark on this show. Because he ain't coming after me. I ain't focused on y'all
Ronnie
better.
come see me.
No. You go tell Mr. Monk to come see you.
That's Mr. Munga to you.
Yeah.
Everybody's Mr. Monkey and Mr.
And I love Mr. Mongo, but let's call it spade. Mr. Mongo gave the deposit back.
Mr. Monkey is a clown, man.
Lord.
That is the words of Tito Howard Bell.
The words of Tito Howard Bell.
Tito Executive Barbershop.
Mr. Mongo, you don't take it out on him.
Yeah.
Don't take it on him. He's a good boy, sir.
And definitely look at it on the show.
Yeah,
Man,
he's
get
a
up.
good boy, sir.
For God's sake. Don't do that.
Mr. Monk, get up, man. I need a good
I
laugh.
would like to bring Mr. Monkey.
Former Senator, Mr. Mongo.
I would like to bring Mr. Monkey in here and ask him some tough questions.
You could ask to go to
You
show
could ask Mr. Mongo.
No. You don't go to man
There's-
territory and ask
There's
him no
no
question.
such thing as
You
a
gotta
tough
be crazy.
question. Let me say this.
Yeah.
There's no
Finish,
such
Peter.
thing as a tough question to Mr. Mongo.
Not to that man.
You ain't gonna be ready for the answer you
That's
get.
your
You
problem.
get. Ain't
Yeah.
no tough question.
When he finishes with you, if he run, you can vote for him.
Exactly.
That's the one thing with me. I ain't scared to tell them truth.
When he finishes with you, you can vote for him.
I ain't scared to tell them truth, you know.
Mr. Mongo have some fire beliefs on some other things, but when it comes to the government and governance, Mr. Mongo have some beliefs, some straight down the line beliefs
That you-
these fellas ain't ready for. They can't tell.
You'll jump on board.
Oh, but them
You'll be right there.
He better show me
You-
that.
you'll
I
be-
need to go to McDonald's.
You'll be right there. The people's time.
He'll say, I need to be your new spiritual advisor.
We already got our sign.
That's what I'm saying.
But
Y'all better on TV
but y'all don't have
Mr.
no
Mongo
y'all
son.
don't have no term limit. See, that's my issue. Your group. Y'all don't know
Your
term
term,
limit.
your group.
Yeah. Y'all don't know
Everybody
term
know.
limit.
Everybody know you is
you
man.
coming here up
You
for
done
voting now?
bragging.
I know you say after them.
No, I'm not.
I know you the BLP.
Who, me? Negative.
Independence.
I was a Republican.
I ain't your boss in trouble.
Now, see, let me tell you something.
You don't get me in trouble. Where is?
You can't, first of all,
You don't know where he is.
let me let the
I
nation,
on the Lord's
let
side.
me let the nation know something.
I on the Lord's
called
side.
me a PLP
That's
just
a point
now.
right there.
You wrong.
Peter, you's a PLP.
I am
You
a
ain't
card-carrying member of the Republican Party. I'm a supporter of Donald John Trump. Never
the worst president ever.
You think so now?
The only thing Donald Land do to follow it all up is press the button.
Whatever you say.
That's the last thing you need to do.
That is the man that I support. I support Donald J. Trump.
Now,
I'm a
listeners,
Republican.
all the Peter fans, y'all realize y'all gonna take Peter serious. Because between Peter and his president was about to press the red button.
Am I lying? Did I start supporting Trump? When I start supporting Trump, tell the people the
Before
truth.
he win.
Before he win. And I
Yeah.
said he was going to win. And I also said he was going to lose.
And I said to you, that was a bad idea then, and it's a bad idea now.
Too late now.
It's too late. Just, I don't sugarcoat. Just like I like Dr. Menace. I think Dr. Menace is an excellent doctor.
Yes, to stick the doctor in.
No, but he can have to go back to doctor because his time has come. It happens.
He can win a seat.
Yeah, but then he have to resign.
Let me hit the comments and then we out here. They said the crime thing is true. Frankie said, no, Tito, there's less opportunity. I don't know what, I can't remember what I was talking about.
I think that's the crime.
Yeah.
With the curfew.
It's less,
Right.
yeah,
Okay,
less
yes. Curfew is the cause of the reduced crime. Oh, okay. When Shikara said it was an interesting debate, she said, interesting, not in a good way.
Okay.
Okay, I got you now, Shikara, because I was scared. It depends on the crowd. He said Irma. Yeah, Irma was 2017 September.
I don't remember.
But what do Irma do though? What major damage Irma do? Freeport?
No, was it Freeport? I may have been Freeport, you know.
Oh no.
No, Irma was Auckland's.
Boy, you all, but God, you the people are Aucklands.
Oh yeah.
Right, Irma was Auckland's.
That flip the island upside down.
Yes, and then I go, eh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, Carlo, man.
When he
and that's some of your people.
I'm from Auckland's.
Oh, see the way.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you will let him talk with the Auckland.
He don't care.
Oh, and it was Irma that Ragged Island too.
Ragged Island.
All right,
Ragged Island got wiped out.
Oh yeah, I remember because I was wondering who said don't fix that island back.
Yeah.
Yeah. You always get
remember when we used to know
we always
studio?
get put off the air because of you.
Yeah.
I still agree with that though.
They was pulling the plug on us.
I still agree with that.
I still agree with that.
You didn't agree then. You let Peter been you.
Me and Peter been saying
Lies. All lies.
Peter, how long we been saying them I need to
I
go
was myself.
All lies.
I remember you all.
Peter's all by himself.
No.
You wouldn't even remember what.
No.
No. But not on the show. You didn't say that.
Not on the show.
Peter was on his own.
You know what your problem is? I understand what's going on in this room. Y'all are very biased towards me. And I'm going to find, ever since Julian Whitfield left, I have no backup on the show.
Pardon me?
I have no backup on the show.
Julian Whitfield was your backup?
Julian Whitfield is my backup. When I had no other rider, he would back up in my
Bambi
corner.
is my personal friend.
He's
But buddy,
support
you was
me.
always in trouble.
And at least I know I had a fighting chance.
At least Bambi was the people's champ.
Let me ask you a question. What they do the Auckland since? They didn't have any of that.
Comment from I ain't fooling around with Peter. Frankie says, in this country, we have a misconception of masculinity, and that lends to the need to always prove yourself. I don't know at what point he's making that. I know, Frankie.
Frankie, be careful. These fellas will switch on you. Frankie, no, I don't want you to take. Listen to me. Listen to a man who's just started he back in this room all day. I telling you, you gonna fool around. And you will not know what to support. Careful.
Frank, he come back now. He say they went against the church. That is how they lost.
All right, fine. You bounce
Okay,
back.
you bounce back.
Okay, all right.
Frankie, for a second there.
Yeah, you was scared that. But this is a good one, though. So solid as a rock.
Solid
That's
as
the
rock
best
is
one.
what?
That's strong.
Solid as rock and solid dude. That's early.
Yeah, I know. You know, my daddy is other part is old. Is an old PLP.
PLP.
Yeah.
My dad is an old
Solid
staunch
rock.
PLP. I think my grandfather installed one. I believe down in Anderson. I believe so. I remember when they had the SS PLP with them hot boy. Daddy put all this in them.
Josh Rowland.
Who? We had them, you remember that SS PLP?
No, well, my granddaddy was a UBP.
Let me read some more comments and then this.
You know what I'm like? Y'all that Peter say all kind of foolishness.
Oh my!
And y'all just allow Peter in the boys club.
Hold on 1 second.
It ain't fair how I get through in the boys club and pull back in and Peter say anything.
If anyone knows,
to never get through in the boys club.
Anyone know the
No, I ain't
great,
gonna lie. He should be out.
He gotta be out.
But that comment is now. He should be out.
if anyone know the great Alfred Shirley Monroe, they know Alfred Sherman Rose.
And he do a bunch of nonsense on Shirley Street. A bunch.
You UBB? You UBB some water?
A bunch of nonsense he doing on Shirley
Kevin Pillen
Street.
couldn't go 2-step. He say Pillen is cut card when they play double.
Felix says when they lost in 2007, the whole Caribbean was shocked, and most financial experts were as well.
Oh, absolutely.
So true.
I was shocked.
Julian say, "Be ready for the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth from Uncle Rodney." Yeah, tell to the daddy.
When the former Prime Minister Hubert Ingram talked about the Rolex walks and Mr. Gibson, I know it was all from then. But one thing Bahamians don't like. We don't like foreigners, and we don't like when people get things for foreigners and we ain't getting it.
Yeah.
That's our problem. Dwayne Rolls says, Radley Noel says, wow, Peter. Dwayne Rolls says, Donald J. Trump, LOL, me, you, Donald J. Trump against the world, Peter.
Absolutely. Back in 2024.
Anyway, I can send Dwayne a message. I don't put all this business on the radio.
Back in 2024, Dwayne. Be back.
And Ragged Island as well. That's why they want to turn it into a green space now. Into a green space. There's a green, the island getting green, not a green space. Because there's a green space meaning just be plants. You gotta be careful, man.
No, but let's be perfectly
But guess what?
honest.
Mr. Ingram was toothless in this in that election, do you know?
Yeah,
I get him.
Because then he come back. He come back after he won, and he say, "He thank Mr. Christie." He say, "Gets plenty money in this treasury to spend."
Absolutely. They personal friends. So you think him and Mr. Christie personal friends?
All I should do is buy everybody Rolex. He'd been fine.
Absolutely.
Even a Dimex.
I can end with Reno. I said this message directly to Peter from Reno. Reno says, "Leave Acklands alone."
I want to leave Acklands alone. Me and you on the same page.
A different note.
I
wish
that Acklands could be left alone.
So Peter,
definitely.
So Peter, you trying to tell me the great Shorty man know was a UBB?
UBB.
I don't believe that, man.
It was a UBB. You want me to tell you what happened?
Tell me later.
I did.
Yeah, a long time, but I don't believe that.
I call Marisha. I think
UBB.
For sure.
Him and the great Sir Lyndon Pillen had a falling out.
They can say two dark fellas.
He's tell the story.
They two dark fellas, man.
He told the story that they had a falling out over Domino's, but I wouldn't really fallen out.
It wasn't Domino's.
It wasn't Domino's. They had a falling out, and he was a supporter of the UBB. Not there for them.
The UBB.
The UBB.
It's powerful.
When the F&M became the F&M.
Then he's a BLB.
No, then he was not. He was not a supporter of
either.
The F&M. No.
Well done. Push it down. Push it.
He said he
yeah. That'll hold you. Yeah, that'll hold you. Yeah. Yeah, no, I didn't work with my exit a long time. When I hear I was getting over there, I said, I got an exit plan.
But back in those days, back in the 60s, like I said, Bahamians used to think about politics differently. Bahamians would say over time, Bahamians start just voting for who they tell you about. But he said back then they were more diverse in their voting and they used to take voting serious.
So here we go. They say Bahamas escaped the waste of the storm in Niagara, South Auckland, Ragged Island. Took the most direct hit from the storm, which parked winds of 155 miles an hour near New Providence. 70% of the homes in Niagara sustained roof damage. The country was reported 135 million damage and losses from that storm.
Big hit.
Wow.
Big hit.
So your boy been getting, he been getting.
No, they got some blows.
Yeah, so you really be getting deal of funny on.
Yeah, they got some blows. I mean, definitely they got some blows.
So you think you should sympathize with them for that? You think we give them another jam? But if Hurricanes keep coming and catastrophes keep coming, maybe we could keep putting them back and give them another time. Only asking, I saying. You know, that's an excuse. I mean, I know.
I'll be honest.
So if you lose your job before you should stop.
Okay, then. I know.
But he used that as an excuse on why certain problems. Listen, I make no excuse for that. It is what it is. You know,
wish to be standing next to this
scenario to me, election morning, one party will have pennies, next party will have equivalent.
It's not gonna happen. I would love it.
That would be the best thing for this country when it comes to governance. That'd be the best thing in this country.
I want somebody to get 8 and someone get like 14 and next one get.
Right.
I don't know. Apparently, outside music is playing. I can't hear it in my ears, but I'm hearing that.
They can't hear it, that means like I
So don't
keep
worry,
going.
don't worry about it. We can hear it play.
Yeah.
My producer said play. She said play.
Yeah, you was missing it, but I'm working on a song for us. You call Sean. You need that song when that's true.
Listen, we want to encourage you to support the sport. Our sponsor, the Sport Grill Pit. It is located on Tony Williams Darling Highway.
You have
Friday.
no political affiliation.
No political affiliation.
None.
On Fridays, that's wings and burgers going on, and then of course the full menu is out there on Saturdays. We encourage you to support it, not just because they are sponsored, but we wouldn't let them sponsor the food. Good. The food is amazing, and so we fully endorse the principle there at the sport, and all that. The principle being the person, and their principles of good food. So go ahead and support them this and every weekend, Friday and Saturday. Give me the exact location again. You say 2 doors down from Mario's.
The easiest way to do it is three properties west of Mario's Head and restaurant. Tony Williams.
3 properties west of. When you say 3 properties west, you don't have to say head west. If it's 3 properties west, you don't have to say head.
You got to say it again. They say which way is.
This is an engineer.
Like
Yeah, but if it's 3 properties west, head and west.
Yeah, but people just don't know. You don't see some of the taxes get them.
That's a racing back.
All right. It can't be about it. 3 properties west of Mario's. Look for the big orange fence.
There you go. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. We out here. Have a blessed one. We'll talk to you all later.
It's laid at the root of the tree. That's not